Wait.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Yeah. Tap in. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Jay Black, Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo will be here eventually. All right, y'all. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today's Thursday, right?
Thursday, February the 10th. The 10th
Shout
day
out
of February.
to February the 10th. Jay Black, how was your night? Let's go.
Night was cool, beans. Night was cool. Wednesday, got to relax. Actually had a drink. I ain't had a drink in a long time. One of them in your house not by yourself, but in your house, not going nowhere, just having a drink. And it was weird, but it felt good at the end of the day.
Having a drink?
Yeah, I usually don't drink like that no more.
He said having a drink.
Yeah, like in my house. Yeah, like not out in entertaining like setting, just in your house.
So did wifey have a drink too?
Oh, she drink wine all the time. She don't count. Like she's a resident wine drinker. No, I had some Quavo and it was just one of them. It was just one of them. Let me just have a drink, And it was.
I saw y'all out eating.
Oh, went through IHOP. Yeah, it went to breakfast yesterday. Yeah. And I could have complained about some stuff, but I didn't.
About what?
They put that ice cream scoop of butter on your food, and then it melts and it's like soggy, and like I thought it was too much, but I didn't say anything.
Wait. The soggy butter was on what?
On the pancakes and French toast.
Oh,
they put like that big scoop. It's like an ice cream scoop of butter, and then if you don't get to it fast enough, it melts. But no, I had a drink in the house. I see you trying to go somewhere else. I had a drink. It was good. I relaxed yesterday. Didn't do too much of nothing.
Wait, why were you mad at IHOP because they put butter on your stuff?
What I said was, if you don't get to it fast enough, that big glob of butter will melt, and then it can. Make
But Jay, it's supposed to melt on. It's supposed to melt on your
butter.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
It was too much. It was too much.
I'm outside the club.
Oh my God, Jay! The butter on the pancake. What did you order?
You signed something wrong.
Stop! Because you're crazy.
What?
You're fucking crazy. Like, did you order pancakes or waffles? What did you order?
I ordered the split decision because I didn't know what I wanted. So they gives you French toast and pancakes. So I started with my French toast, the 2 little pieces. And by the time I looked at the pancakes, they were super soggy. I'm like, yo, it was just too much butter.
Oh my God.
Good morning, Kathy Black. Good morning. Good morning.
I can't even.
Ashley, what up? Afro Queen.
Like you understand. Oh my God! Let me get Shawnee. Let me get Shawnee.
Support us up early with us. Damn, J Black. That's what we want butter to do.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, it was too much butter, Kathy. Kathy, it was a whole glob. It made it soggy. All right, you had to be there, I guess, to see. Y'all know it's big. If you don't take it off, it will melt and destroy your. It's too much. It was too much. And I didn't complain. I didn't say anything. I didn't ask for another complaint. No, nothing. Everything was fine. I let it be. But Mike
knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But Jay,
good morning, Jacqueline.
The literal. They put the butter on there so it'll melt on your pancakes, and it melts on your pancakes.
Too much butter. Ice cream scoop of butter.
Shawnee, how was your night? How was your night?
It was. You know what? We had to talk about the phones and stuff yesterday.
The girls.
Yes. And so when I arrived at their school to pick them up, there was instructions. They were supposed to be together. I went looking like a mama with a t-shirt, some pants, my slides, my baseball cap on, my ugly sweater, and my belt. And I drove up to the school. And they were standing side by side waiting at the front. And they both walked and got in the car together. And I said, and y'all better do this every day because you see this belt. I would get out this car and whoop you in front of all your friends dressed just like this.
Oh my God. The fear of God.
Yes. So we'll see what happens again today. This morning they having some issues, but we gonna, just pray.
Is it just that they smelling themselves? Because usually at a certain age, you start to think you know more than your parent, and you smell yourself a little bit. That's what some kids do.
I think that's part of it, but we're gonna get rid of that smell. I don't like odors in my house.
How old are they again?
13 and 11. The 11-year-old about to turn 12.
We're not doing 13 and 11 smelling themselves. We're not.
Mm-hmm.
We're not at all. We're not doing that at all. So
but then I realized too, as a mom, like as a parent, where I went wrong as far as doing everything for them. Because like now I said, you know what? Y'all need to start waking y'all own asses up. Don't nobody wake me up in the morning. I got an alarm clock. So we got to get an alarm clock, get them used to getting up on it. Because I wake them up every morning. This morning I woke them up at 5 o'clock. I'm like, get up, get started.
I don't think that's bad. Well, I mean, Stace wakes everybody up here. So that's not a bad thing.
Well, we should be not training them. We should be teaching them to be able to manage their own lives on their own and setting their own alarms. And
at 12
and 13, just getting them
at 13. So Jay Black at 13, what were you doing at 13?
13 was it was the 8th grade.
They were waking you up at 13.
No, I had an alarm clock. No, my mama didn't.
I did have an alarm.
No, my mama. That's the thing. Like I was so independent because that's how she raised me. But with them, I did the opposite of what my mom did with me.
Shawnee, you don't even really remember what happened at 13.
Yeah, 13. I was a freshman in high school because I'm a year earlier.
Oh God,
I was a freshman, and now I had activities, and I had to be there.
I feel sorry for the girls now. Oh my God!
What?
Oh,
no,
Jesus.
They got to learn how to. They can get an alarm clock and learn how to wake up.
Actually, that was a good I saw Amir had that conversation yesterday somewhere.
Jesus.
But that's like, are we setting our kids up for success? Are we babying them, coddling them too much when 98% of the world is going to be harsh in a reality? So you want to prepare them for life in certain aspects. So that's good to start to instill those responsibilities.
I will want y'all. Go ahead, continue, Jay. Go ahead. I'm not. First of all, Jay was a spoiled fucking brat. That's what he was. He was a spoiled brat from everything. If I bring your sister on
that's
here.
That's what your sister said.
Hey, stop.
He was just the oldest, so of course she felt some type of way because the youngest, generally.
I was the oldest. I was spoiled.
Well, no,
I was the only child.
She said
so
the youngest
in a single parent home. And my mama worked and had a business, so now I had to be on it. She wasn't trying to hear it.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
But no, set your kids up for success is okay. Get them on the credit cards, get them the alarm clocks, and you had to make sure they credit right. Have them start to learn how to use a little bit here and there, and that's okay to do that type of stuff.
Well, they have a debit card. They don't have a credit card.
No, I'm saying like make them authorized use.
Do you know how wild we were when we were kids, y'all? Like we are really some old ass people right now. First of all, Jay, you were wilding and running the streets.
Oh yeah, I was 13. Yeah,
okay, so stop acting like you were the Huxtables.
No one.
Stop acting like you were the goddamn Huxtables, dog. I was running the streets. I hate y'all. I hate the fact that parents now forget what they were doing when they were.
I wasn't running the streets. I wasn't.
Shawty, I don't know you like that. Like, I don't know you.
I don't know.
I don't know what you were doing. I don't know if you was running after Dick. I don't know. I know Jay Black was straight wilding, and I know I was.
Yeah, I was in the. I was just.
You was in the streets wilding.
I wasn't in
stop
the
judging your kids.
13, but
yes, you were.
I was exploring, doing a lot of different things.
This the adult shit. This is where Jay Black turned. I was exploring. No, you was losing your fucking mind. The fuck out of here. I don't know what Shawnee did when she was 13 and 14. I know what I did, and I know what Jay Black did. We were losing our goddamn mind.
So that's why you teach a little responsibility. I think James talking about house duties and punishments and But you want to teach responsibility. It's okay. Why you ain't set your alarm to wake yourself up? Why do I got to come in here every day and
Why didn't you? Why didn't you?
I'm sure I did.
What do you mean?
I'm sure I did have an alarm to wake myself up.
I'm sure I did. I was stealing cars. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I put. I'm sure I literally put my alarm on. What fucking alarm? We had one alarm clock in the house. The fuck are you talking about?
It was more than one.
Did y'all have your own rooms?
Yeah, I had my own room.
Yeah, see, I had my own room. I had an alarm clock. I had to wash my own clothes. Like what my kids do, what I'm doing, my mom did not do that with me.
Hey, Shawnee, how about you admit to when you were wilding out being a fast ass?
That didn't happen until I got out of the house. Like for me, the only thing I wanted was my radio. As long as
what age were you when you got married? What age were you when you got married?
The first time I was like 18.
Yeah, so 18, thank you. 19. You was a fast ass. So let's review. You got married at 18, and you were literally living in somebody else's house. So can we be real about what we were doing?
And James,
but
no
18, that was my second.
Where were you living?
I was back in Dallas. I graduated when I was 16.
When you got married, where were you living? Where were you living?
Oh, we moved into his mom and dad's house.
Thank you.
So I went from my mama's house
to
his mama and daddy's house.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's stop forgetting what we did.
But when I was my daughter's age, I was waking myself up. I had an alarm clock. I mean, that was at my mom's house, and even when I went to my grandmother's house, it was the same thing.
So you're giving yourself a pat on the back because you woke yourself up.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I think that some of the things that they are doing.
Did you wild out? Did you wild out?
I didn't wild out. I didn't wild.
Oh, you didn't. You just got married at 18.
Yeah, I got married at 18. What they got to do with wilding out? Because that's how I was raised. That you don't sleep. I ain't sleep with nobody till I got married. So that was my
matter about sleeping.
But I wasn't wilding out. I wasn't in the streets. I wasn't messing with boys. I mean, shit, boys was breaking up with me in high school because I wasn't
after
kissing.
17, you got married at 18. So you were messing with boys. You just got married to a boy.
Yeah, that I grew up with. Sure did.
That justified everything.
I didn't say that it justified it, but that doesn't mean that I was wild. Just because y'all was up there wild don't mean that that's what everybody was doing.
Whoa. Why was I wilding? Because I
had
common sense not to get married.
You
had common sense not to get married.
You said that. You said you was up there wilding.
No,
that's not what I wanted to do.
But my thing is like
I wanted to have a family. I wanted to sit down, and that's what I wanted to do. That's what I was taught.
That was wilding.
Married. That's not wilding because you decide to settle down with somebody.
It's absolutely wilding. It's just justified wilding.
No, that is not.
You got married at 18. And you got married at 18. You were justified wilding.
That is not wilding.
Yes, it is.
How is that wilding? Because I got married.
Because you went from 17 to 18 and was irresponsible getting married, doing what you did.
Very. Absolutely.
Where was you living? Homie, where was you living?
At his mama and dad's house. In his room.
No, that's irresponsible.
With the Star Wars figurines in our comic book.
Exactly.
Yes. She was in love. She was in love. She was in love.
It was irresponsible.
Yeah, it was.
So when we start looking at everybody else, I was irresponsible.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, but I want my daughters to do better than me. They need to do a better job than what I did.
Yeah, Mike wants some C4 or something this morning.
Yeah, he on something.
Oh no, I'm on some keep it a million. Keep it a million.
She's irresponsible because
keep it a million. Jay Black, you full of shit. Jay Black, you full of shit.
I'm saying you've been
wilding since the time you were 14 fucking years old.
I wasn't wilding. I just was exploring life. As a black male teenager, I was exploring.
This is what irritates me about this show.
But getting married is no.
That needs to be a segment. No, what irritates Mike about this show?
You know what irritates me about this show is that I literally will sit here. I will sit here and say exactly how fucked up I was, like how irresponsible I was, and Jay Black will fucking lie and not. He was irresponsible from day one.
Oh, you mean living reckless when you're exploring, like not considering the consequences
not
exploring.
Of life? See, you're using white people words because you've been in corporate now. It's not exploring. It's called being a fucking asshole and running the streets. That's what it was. Dog. Like, come on. Like, be real with it. What you really did. You was a badass fucking 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, just like I was. And we got the nerve to judge our kids.
No, we're trying to teach them.
Yeah,
we know better to do better.
Okay, so what did you do, Jay? How about you tell your kids what you did?
No, it's none of their business.
It's none of their business.
You talking when I explore life?
It's not exploring.
I went through that, so you don't have to go through that.
Dang, he was all of that, Mike.
No,
I was a fuck up. We was trying to smash chicks at 13, 14, 15 years old. We was running the streets. He was running the streets. But then we got the nerve to look at the kids and be like, where y'all get that from? You motherfucker.
Well, we weren't running. Well, I wasn't running the streets.
Jacqueline says she was pregnant at 18. Is that wild? Because Mike is all on this. Is that because she was pregnant at 18?
Okay, so don't judge nobody.
But I'm not judging nobody. I'm just trying to raise my daughters.
No.
I ain't judging nobody else.
Shawnee, you out of this. Jay Black's a hypocrite. Jay Black is a fucking hypocrite.
I just said it's no, I'm saying you teaching them. She know better, so she's doing better. She's trying to coach them up. She's trying to, lead them down the right path. And
then when they do something wrong,
it's okay.
And then when they do something wrong, you're like, I can't believe you did that. Bitch, I got it from you.
Nah, they ain't get this shit from me.
You saying it's naturally in their blood.
Whoa. Shawnee, don't get me the power press you.
Yeah, power press because I ain't never walked away from the school.
Every kid that we have, when my kids do some shit, understand, they got some shit from me.
They at least got stuff from me.
They
but
got
they didn't get this from me.
And my oldest got 70% from me. I already know. I can't even get mad. I can't even get mad.
Got about 70% from me, but this stuff they ain't get from me because what I didn't want, because my mama was a teacher, so she knew all the teachers. Listen, I didn't want
listen to your mama.
No, yeah, I sure did because my mama I had the fear of mama, not the fear of
what
God.
You do wrong. Tell me what you did wrong. Tell me what you did wrong. Tell me what you did wrong. She gave me a spanking.
Girl. Like I probably got 5 spankings growing up.
Okay, so tell me what you did wrong.
Maybe I didn't wash the dishes or I didn't.
No. Tell me when it got serious. Tell me when it got serious.
It didn't get serious till I was in my 20s. That's when me and my mom butted.
So you got married at 18, but it got serious at 20.
Mm-hmm. It got serious.
It got serious at 20, but you got married at 18.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So when you start smashing?
When I was 18.
She said 18 when she got married.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the first time you smashed your husband. When y'all the first time you smashed was when the honeymoon.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Back to Jay Black.
Why is that so hard to believe?
He don't want to go in, but he wants to go in.
How are you full of shit? You're full of shit right now. You fucked before that.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The first time you had sex was not on your goddamn honeymoon. Stop playing.
Well, actually, it wasn't the honeymoon night. It was the next night. Because when we went for we didn't go on a honeymoon, but when we left the wedding and went to the hotel, I was so tired.
Okay.
No, but I mean that's how I was raised. You don't do that until you are married.
Just because you was out there smashing, Mike.
Yeah, because you running.
That don't mean Shawnee was running them.
Shawnee's a liar. Shawnee's lying right now. Shawnee's lying right now. She's a liar right now. She's lying right now. I already know she's lying. That's why the hearts is up on the IG Live. She's lying.
I mean, females do hold out a little longer than
no, they don't. No, that's a big ass fucking lie. Because all the chicks that claim they held out, I smashed them. Like it's a lie.
18 is possible though, Mike. That's like 12.
You do not get married.
I graduated high school when I was 16. So by that time, I had been out of school for 2 years. Yeah,
she always got another reason. You graduated, and when did you get married?
When I was 18. When I moved.
No, what year was 18? You turned 18 that year. When you got engaged at 17.
Nah, it was the same. Like it was a real quick thing. I don't know what you're 18. Let's see.
I know you don't. I know you don't
think
because
we
you're
got
lying.
married in
I know you
March.
don't.
I don't know. I can't remember when we got
I
married.
know. That's why I try to focus on Jay Black because I know I know the lies is so officially lying.
What up from Brazil? They got us watching on Twitch.
I didn't have
Brazil.
kids,
What up? I see
GG, until I was like 33. That's when I had kids.
Back to Jay Black. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat my breakfast.
What time is it?
I know. I know you're gonna eat your bread.
We're gonna move on.
You be lying. You lying like a motherfucker. I know. Stop playing with me. I'm the best liar. Well, I'm top 5 best liar.
You lying?
Why you think Shorty's lying? Because she lying.
Okay, I want to see her facial expression. I'm like, wait, was you really 18? I mean, ain't nothing wrong if you were 17 having sex.
Shawnee got tapped out at least at 16. I'll say the best. I'm gonna give her 17. She got tapped out because there ain't no dude at 18 years old marrying nobody. He ain't tap out because he don't know no better. He don't know no better.
Afro Queen says she shared this before, so she knows, so she believe it to be true. What up, TP? Good morning. Amir.
Yeah, happy Thursday. Good morning, Amir.
Yeah, Amir had that conversation about kids and teaching them responsibility. Amir, we were just hitting on that, and Mike went into a whole tangent on Shawnee. But responsibility, having on the alarm clock. So we're teaching them to set them up for life.
This is what I hate.
Mike want to hold everybody's hand.
I literally hate when the narrative gets changed. I was talking about you, Jay Black. See, this is where
I said you know better, you do better. As a parent,
y'all be thinking that I forgot.
Kids.
No, motherfucker, I was talking about your hypocritical ass. And Shawnee got thrown in.
She said, I got married at 18, and you said she was wild and she was irresponsible for getting married.
Go to YouTube, y'all. I said 3 times. I'm going to stay on Jay Black. Because Jay Black, the biggest.
But you did. You said she was irresponsible for being in love, getting married at 18.
Once again, I wanted to stay on Jay Black.
But that's what you said. She was irresponsible. She was wilding.
Yeah, I did. So. Yeah, I did. I'm not scared of that. Yeah, I did. We were all of us on these 3 squares were. Jay Black's the biggest hypocrite because Jay Black wants everybody to act differently from what he did. And Jay Black literally tries to act like he was this good dude when he was 15, 16. He was a fucking hood dude.
I explored, Mike.
No, you didn't explore. You robbed people, motherfucker.
Damn, you was right.
Allegedly. Yes. I don't know what Lisa Ray was talking about what she was doing. That's probably where he led this from. But no, I don't know what he's robbed people.
Don't nobody want to admit what they did. Jay Black don't want to admit what he did. What? He don't want to admit what he was doing when he was 16. He literally is trying to act like he was a good dude. You were not. You were a bully who was robbing, stealing cars.
What?
Let's go.
Might go left.
Let's go.
Might go left sometimes.
No, let's be real.
This guy, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just saying people.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is that Sexy Mo? Let's bring Sexy Mo in.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Allegedly, yeah. I mean, allegedly. I don't know what this guy talking about.
I know allegedly.
As a teenager,
had to get his shit expunged. He had to get his shit expunged. What are you talking about?
Mike, wait a minute.
Well, no, I'm okay with the governor's party, and I did mention I ain't say with the I did like the governor's party.
Where's that from, son? Where's that from?
And
what age?
This was a message, so people,
anybody tell me what age is that from?
Anybody that has a felony, it can get erased like it never happened.
Don't say anybody.
Possible.
Don't say anybody.
Well, I ain't gonna say anybody. Certain charges can be.
You know what I want? I want all
completely where you gotta check that box anymore. That's real deal. It's hard to get jobs. It's hard to get even approval to go to your kid's school. You need to have clearance. So felonies can be expunged, erased.
And where did you get that felony from? How old were you when you got that, son?
Well,
no, be honest for once on these squares. Be honest.
I was into stealing cars as a youngster.
How old?
I was young.
How old?
16, 17, 18, somewhere around there, them ages. Yeah, I was young. As a teenager, I was exploring, didn't realize the consequences of life. But you know better, you do better. So now you coach your kids to make sure they don't go down that path.
This is all I want. All I want, and this is what irritates me in my family. This is what irritates me in my family. This is why I've turned up in my family. I can't. No, real talk. Everybody on IG Live. Hold on, get on IG Live because I want this shit to be so broadcast.
Raising girls are different from raising boys.
Motherfucker, I'm not talking about that. Stop interrupting me.
I'm reading the comments.
Please, Mo, get on here. Please get on here. Because this is the shit that burns my soul for real.
Shawnee trying to raise her girls and coach them up so they do right. No better.
You're not a manipulator. You can't manipulate me, Jay. You can't do it.
Nah, I didn't agree with taking the phone for a year, but I agree with the discipline and teaching them responsibilities.
Do you see how he keeps talking? Do you see how
go ahead. Let me hear
I hate when people don't literally just say what the fuck they did and keep it 1,000. Like, I can't stand when people are like, I didn't do it. Motherfucker, simply because we're in our 50s or 45 or 46 or whatever, like we literally lie and act like, well, I ain't really do that. No, you did.
What you did at 16 is not who you are at 40.
It doesn't matter. But how you going to judge a 16 and 17-year-old when you did the same shit at that age?
No, it's
this
not.
Is why I can't judge my daughter.
Judging. It's coaching. You're highlighting and trying to teach them ways to
you
avoid
are
that
judging
path.
Because you're literally going like, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you did that. Motherfucker, you did it. I can't stand people who are like, I can't believe you was running the streets doing this or you were doing this. I did it.
Yes, Amir, some people, Mike, are just ashamed of some of the choices they made when they were younger.
And that's why you shouldn't judge people based on your shame. So be honest with it. Like, be honest. Like, be a fucking billion with it. Like, when I'm talking to Monty and I'm talking to my oldest Amani, I'm like, you know what I did? I'm going to tell you what I did. And she's like, you did that? Yes. This is why we have to have a conversation on why I'm telling you.
You told your girls everything you did when you was exploring life as a teenager.
Unlike you, motherfucker. Unlike you. Monty knows shit about me.
Some stuff.
In real life.
She may know some stuff. You ain't sharing everything.
Motherfucker, when I tell you how honest I was.
That was a real mother. You felt,
motherfucker, when I tell you how real I was.
But I don't think he showed everything, but go ahead.
No, that's what
we don't believe you. Like, you don't believe Shawnee? We don't believe you.
That is how you live, motherfucker. I told everything about that. You know why? So that when she's in that same situation, she can be like, you know what? Dad, I'm going through the same shit. And I can be like, all right, let's go. Let's handle this. I'm not going to put this false persona on what I claimed I was. I'm not. They know my fuck ups. And I'm not going to hold it against them. But like, oh, I can't believe you did that. Because I can't do that with my daughters because they're like, Dad, you told us. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, every parent ain't telling their kid. Gigi Funny said, yeah, you tell them so they can learn from it. But a lot of people ain't doing that. Like Amir said,
why you scared to tell what you did? How you gonna be a parent, but you scared to tell what you did?
You looked at differently. They find out like it's hard for you to be able to chastise and say certain things like, well,
because you shouldn't chastise them because you're a hypocrite.
No, but you trying to get them. You know better, Mike. So you want them to do better.
Because you're saying, but you know what the best thing is? I did that. So I'm telling you why you shouldn't. I've been there. I did that.
So you don't have to.
You want to be the same old 1970, 1980 parent. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this because even though you know you was right there in the same situation.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Oh, that's Tam. Thanks, Tam. Yeah, wokeupinspired.com. Black History Month shirts on there, like $15.
We're not gonna be the same hypocrites. We're not gonna be the same hypocrites our parents were that shamed us on everything we did. They shamed us on every single thing we did, even though they would. I got shamed by my family when motherfuckers was smoking crack, sniffing coke, doing heroin at the same table, and they was mad at my cousin because she got pregnant.
So what's one of the wildest things you did, Mike, as a teenager? Go ahead. When you were exploring life, do tell. We so transparent. Go ahead.
Was running around having sex for no reason.
Ooh,
running around having threesomes for no reason.
That's a lot of people do that. That's common.
No, nobody is supposed to have a threesome at 16, dog.
Well,
you're not supposed to have a threesome at 16.
Yeah, okay, I give you that.
You're not supposed to be getting your dick sucked in school.
Well, you ain't gotta be so graphic though. You could just say.
No, if you want to keep it a buck, let's keep it a buck.
Threesome at 16 is wild. That's interesting. 16.
Y'all kill me. Like y'all really kill me. Y'all really act like old ass parents. Y'all really act like old ass motherfuckers who really are like, I'm gonna make believe I didn't do this. I'm gonna make believe I didn't do that. But then when your kid does it, you got the nerve to point the finger. I can't. Where do you think they get it from? It's the genes. You think if you're a horny motherfucker, your son or your daughter ain't gonna be a horny motherfucker? You had them. That's why I'm very open about anything about sex that has to do. Dog, if I'm horny, what do you think my kids is gonna be? Is Mo? Can we hear Mo?
She's muted. I think she muted herself.
Did you mute me? No, did you mute me?
Nope.
All right, go ahead, Mo. Please just interject because I'm
tired. Kelly J, good morning.
I'm tired. I can't.
Mike woke up judging people.
So I don't. My take is it's not so much a focus on telling your kids your business. Or your pitfalls, but more so having age appropriate conversations with them wherever they are in life. I keep saying you have to meet kids where they are and not say, at 13, I wasn't doing this, or at 13, I was doing this, so I'm going to tell my kid this. You have to, be in tune with your child, pay attention to your child, and have an open dialogue with your child because it may not be necessary to tell them everything. But I think that some things might be situational to where you do have to have a high level of disclosure with your child about your past. No matter how embarrassing it may be to you, you got to be vulnerable sometimes in those situations to help them avoid going down some of the same paths that you went through down and that weren't great for you or didn't turn out great for you.
The thing that kills me is when and I agree with you. I don't disagree with you. But my thing is like, so if your kid is 16 and they do something sexually, and they're like, yo, and you find out, and you did the same thing at that age
or younger,
why would you make them feel bad about it instead of saying, I get it, I understand, I was there?
No, I don't believe in shaming.
But the therapy.
I don't believe in shaming, especially when it comes to sexuality, because sexuality is a thing of exploration, right? So if you don't want your kids to, and I don't want to say, I'll go back to what you're saying, Mike. If your kid is sexually active, number one, please have the conversation with them before they're 16 about sex and sexual practices. Talk to them about things that may be taboo for us growing up that are not taboo and they're exposed to now because social media has a high level of sexual content. And some of it is not, normalized by society standards. So you want to make sure that when you have the sex talk with them, that it is that you're open, because most parents are embarrassed to have the sex talk with their kids, especially talking about things that are outside the traditional or what we consider traditional sex.
Yeah, threesomes at 16, yeah. Oof.
So you might want to have that conversation depending on who your kids' friends are, what their school looks like, because those things are happening, and we are naive as parents to think that they're not, or not to address them. But you have songs and stuff like that talking about knocking off multiple chicks at one time, or multiple chicks in the bed at one time. So you would be foolish not to have that conversation, that dialogue with your child.
Exactly why I never talk to my parents about anything. They lie and they blame me for shit I did. Even though they did the same stuff.
That's why you're never supposed to forget, that you were once 16 or you were once 15, you were once 14. I didn't know until my adult, I think a few years ago, that my mom had me at 14 going on 15. Never knew that because it wasn't something that was discussed. It wasn't a topic that was brought up.
And I think that's essential because we need to know what circumstances we were born under and all that stuff. My mom and I've always had an open conversation, relationship, Kelly JTV. Some of my friends be shocked when the things my mother and I have talked about, but I'm glad we shared with me the things she has. You might as well. Jeanette said, they don't need to know what you did as a kid, but if they come to you about something you might have been, and then maybe you can tell them
the outcome. You can, yeah. So yeah, she's saying they don't go volunteering, but if something came up that was similar that you've been through,
why would I?
Like then you can have that. You don't just randomly say, "Yo, I remember when I was 16 smashing out these 2 chicks." Like, but if something came up, Dad, I was thinking this guy's putting pressure, and he wanted me to be with his friend, and then it's like, all right, and maybe then at that, if it's something that you've been through and they coming to you about it, not just randomly. Remember this one time I was out in them corners.
Like, but what? You don't have to always wait for your child to come to you either, because we're not naive. Like we're in this world, and we know some of the things that we did as a kid. And for this generation, it's coming younger.
This is here. I'll give you one example. Why you should use your experiences before they have to go through their experiences. When I had to sit down with my daughter's boyfriend and be like, let me tell you what is a real problem that could lead to you really being like hurt.
Missing.
You will never ask my daughter to send you a pic. You will never ask my daughter to send you. If I find out that there's a pic, then you have a severe problem, because I know the experiences of sending pics. I know how women have been played because they literally agreed to send a pic. Mm-hmm. That's why I bring up my past experiences. Like, yo, you can't do that. When I tell you how they're going to try and destroy your self-esteem, is because of this. So this is why you should volunteer what you did. It's funny because if I volunteer my alcohol problem with my kids, y'all cool with that. If I volunteer that and my experiences with everything that happened with alcohol, everybody's cool with that. But if I volunteer what I did wrong sexually, everybody's like, you should just wait till they ask you the question.
So the question may never come. So I do not agree with just waiting until your child approach you, because I don't care how great you think of a relationship or open relationship you have with your kid. The sex talk is one of those things that's so just too far to the left to where they're not going to come ask you or tell you everything. 9 times out of 10, they already have done it, or they've been peer pressured into doing something. Even if they haven't had penetration, there's still going to be some type of sexual act that they may have already engaged in by the time you decide it's the appropriate time to get to them. So I don't believe in that. I don't believe that's the best practice, rather.
An addiction, Mike. Alcohol is an addiction, right? So you were saying you was a sex addict? Like, I think some things is out of your control with your alcohol. Like you're fighting them demons versus having pleasure that you're choosing to have those sexual. I don't know.
Sometimes we have replacement behaviors, Jay Black, and sometimes no, I'm just explaining.
He wasn't addicted to having sex.
Do you know how many girls and how many dudes have had sex simply because they were told they should have sex?
Peer pressure,
not because they wanted. Okay, so why wouldn't I share my experiences sexually and say I felt the same thing, but I had to have sex with so-and-so simply because my boys told me to? Or I had sex with this girl, and then what happened was she had sex with me, she had sex with him, and then we literally destroyed her whole reputation. Like, why would I share those experiences?
Just randomly.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just saying alcohol comparison just wasn't it, but there's a difference.
But I think the point of him sharing his journey and battle with alcoholism.
You know how many girls
I
you
don't
called hoes in high school, Jay Black? Do you know how many chicks that you and your boys called a hoe in high school? Do you know how many?
I'm sure it was a lot.
So why would you want to share that with your daughter and be like, yo, I did this. I literally judged a girl and literally killed her reputation for 4 years.
You want to randomly do it or wait till that conversation come up? When
no,
you feel like
I don't want to randomly do it. I want to let them know in the beginning.
What's the beginning?
As you're going into the ninth grade.
11, 10, 11,
the ninth
12,
grade.
9th grade, 14. Okay. So at 14, you start that as soon as high school hit. Let me holler at you. Because that don't happen in middle school.
Yeah.
It does happen in middle school. You know that, right?
So why are you scared to have this conversation?
I'm just saying it's when it comes up, I get it. But just to randomly, let me holler at you.
When it comes up, it's too late. She pregnant. Or the dude is burning. Or your son already caught something. Or he got somebody pregnant. Like, you sound like a fucking 1975 parent. When it comes up, I'm going to deal with it. What the fuck is that? That's like, after the accident happens, oh, yo, you should have put your seatbelt on. He already threw the windshield.
Yeah, you definitely have to take a proactive instead of a reactive approach when it comes to a lot of these discussions, Jay Black, because basically you're circumventing the problem before it happens. You catching the train before it happens.
Because we all think we know our kids, and we know our kids. We think we watch and know.
The day my daughters got their period, me and Stacy started having conversations about this. The day that they got their menstrual cycle, and we realized that now they can literally get pregnant. Now the conversation has to be had, and it can't be censored.
Yo, you read Stacy's comment?
Yeah, I talk to my girls about it now.
She said her daughter's in the 5th grade, and one of the classmates sent the nude to a boy. So that's 10 years old.
They do.
Man.
That's when
now, what you don't know, even from a legal standpoint, that is child pornography, and they are actually charging these grade school children with child pornography.
You're going to charge another 10-year-old?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
I've worked with adjudicated youth in the past as young as that. And yes, they have detention centers like for and wings for children and juveniles who are considered sexual predators. Even just based on that, they have to yes.
But Jay wants to wait. Jay wants to wait talking to his son. He wants to wait until it happens. When it happens and he gets a charge, then he goes, oh shit, I probably should have told you about this.
Yeah.
And those are things, Jay Black, that you didn't experience. So that's something that you also have to add to the fact of you have to be cognizant of what's going on today and what's trending today, things that you may not have been faced with. You didn't have social media when you were in grade school. You didn't have any, the peer pressure of sending, pics or you pressuring other young ladies to send pics of themselves.
Mo, get on.
So these are extra added elements. Now, when you're talking about child raising, there's no manual that comes with it. So you definitely got to look at it from another perspective than what you're used to or accustomed to. You can't say, well, when I was growing up, my mom ain't talk to me or my dad didn't talk to me until XYZ age. Throw that out the window.
So you want to share with your son some of your things you did when you were exploring life growing up? You want all your times you wild out when you was a teenager?
Why? Listen, if it's appropriate, yes. Meaning, like, is it age appropriate? Am I going to tell my 4-year-old all of the crazy things I did? No, because it's not age appropriate. But when a time comes, yes, I'm going to look at scenarios and situations and say, you know what? This will be a great opportunity to tell him when I went through XYZ at this time. Yes. Yes.
It's funny. Dudes will tell their sons the first time they knock somebody the fuck out and laugh about it. Yo, when I was your age, I knocked him the hell out. But won't say anything sexual about, well, I was embarrassed when I had sex with this girl at so-and-so and didn't perform correctly. Like, for some reason, we got this manly thing, like, not telling people what we experienced to try and help them to avoid that situation.
That's a lot of info to be telling your seed.
First of all, you're a white dude.
Why is that?
TMI. You're
I was with this chick and I didn't perform well that night.
Oh, but you'll tell them when you beat the fuck out of them outside a club, right? You'll tell them that.
But Jay, would you rather be embarrassed about something that you done, because none of us are perfect, right? And I hope you're not teaching your children that you're perfect. No. But would you, and that's why I keep going back to age appropriate. I'm not telling you to tell your 8-year-old, hey, I smashed out this and I did this and I came in drunk and I'm not saying that. But I'm saying at some point in time, you're going to have some type of vulnerability to share some of the things that, yes, it may very well embarrass you, but it may save your child from going down that wrong road or falling into that pitfall.
This is my thing. It's not embarrassing. It is life. It is
embarrassing.
It's not
but for Jay Black.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Your ego is what's embarrassing. It's life. It happens every day.
All right, Shawnee, Mo, share. What y'all, something crazy
I
think everybody want to share. You want people to share and be open.
If you do not satisfy someone sexually, if your kid is 14, let's say I had a son and he's 14 and he might have had sex with somebody, and I'm like traumatized, but I'm like, all right, so what happened? And he's like, they say I was whack. Okay, we have to have this conversation of what whack is sexually, and I have to share that stuff. Or we can do what we did with us, which is figure it out on your own. Figure the whole thing out. Figure the whole sex thing out. The worst thing that we've ever, like, in the top 3 things of what I had to figure out was sex. Because nobody literally told me their experiences. So I had to figure out if I disappointed a chick, if she was really happy with it, should I put my mouth here? Should she put her mouth here?
Is it supposed to smell like this?
Is it supposed to smell like this? Is it like, what do I do afterwards? But you know what happened? Everyone's like, man, I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you my experiences. I would have loved to have, and I love my dad, to literally school me on these are the different things that happen during sex and after sex and before sex. I would have loved that talk, because that would have given me a whole plate, like a blueprint. I'm like, okay, so these are the things that can happen. No, I had to figure that shit out on my own.
Is it supposed to smell like that?
I mean, but that's a real conversation. I promise I wasn't trying to be funny, because a lot of boys who don't know her, like you say, and not having these conversations with anybody and just figuring out on their own, and they run up in something, a little girl who's promiscuous or who's having sex with someone who's older than them, who has given them a venereal disease. And because you're inexperienced, you don't have that open dialogue with your son or your father as a young man, you don't know. You think that this is what it's supposed to be. So yes, that is important to say.
After the first one, you know what it's supposed to be, and then the second one,
because all vaginas are not created equal, Jay Black, and all vaginas don't smell the same, Jay Black. And so yes, no, but honestly, Jay Black,
we outside the club, Mike.
Jay Black, you literally.
No, not me personally.
Would allow. I'm just saying, but why would you know that means that there's something wrong with the female's body?
Those conversations are tough to have.
They are, and that's what I'm saying.
I like how Squeeza said his videos.
Shawnee, send me another request.
There's lots of tools, but no, it's not to sit your kid in front of a TV and say, watch this and learn. It's a tool for a parent to be able to have those difficult conversations, to help you be able to have that bridgeway to say, okay, let me figure out a segue real quick No, it's kind of taking the complication out for you as a parent to be able to sit buddy down and say, buddy, like this is what, you know, what's going on, and have those age appropriate conversations, making sure that he understands, that he can comprehend. I ain't telling you to have a high level conversation, but make sure it's comprehensive. Yes. And watching it together and then discussing it.
Doing a recap after. I hear y'all. This ain't about me though. I hear what you're saying for those people like Don that's having the conversation.
Any parent, this is for any parent, because all of us have this preconceived, you know, idea in our head that our babies are going to stay babies forever, and it's just not true. They grow up and they grow up real fast, and they can either crash like a car dummy, or they can walk out your house with some type of knowledge or some type of working knowledge of what to do and what not to do and how to handle themselves. And that falls on us as parents, J Black.
And I hear you. I'm good. I'm just Mike with the whole just randomly just start telling them.
My son has an iPhone. He asked Siri, all right, what's a lesbian?
Get off this IG and start all over again. Wait a second, something's not right. But go ahead, continue.
She asked Siri, what's a lesbian? Because he asked me while I was driving, what's a lesbian? And of course that stopped me in my tracks, because I'm like, okay, where did that come from? So I said, we'll talk about that a little later. It wasn't quick enough. So what did he do? He went to his phone. Siri, what's a lesbian? So I said, If there's something that you want to know or you're curious, you can always ask mom or dad anything. So that's the doorway for him to be comfortable with asking me anything that he's curious about.
All right, stop right there. Let me get everybody on IG. Let me get everybody sending their requests and everything like that. Mike and Sean, Takeover Legends. We got more to talk about. We got a whole bunch of stuff. And we don't have to move on. No, we don't have to.
No, we can. You exhausted it. We get you hit on all. No, you said actually, Sean was 5 for being married at 18. She was irresponsible.
Why are we taking this back to me? The conversation went to a whole nother thing.
Wrong for saying that. He didn't believe you when the first time you had sex. He don't believe when females talk to him. You know, he's male chauvinist.
No, I can repeat it. Like you act like I'm scared to repeat.
But no, but we move on. You got, like you said, you got other stuff to hit on, other stuff to talk about.
No, I mean, but that's always your defense mechanism. That's always your thing. When you feel a little insecure, you try and bring back what other people said. Dog, I will repeat what I said. My thing is that your fearfulness is that you don't want to bring up your past because you would love to hide that shit forever. So your kid can be 22 years old and you still want to be like, you shouldn't do this. And you don't want to bring up what you did. That's what your problem is. Because you always want to be better than somebody.
No.
No, you always do.
You was fine up to that point. You were good with your
you always do. You always want to judge people.
I don't.
You always. And you always want to keep your dirt away. I'm open.
I've been open. I shared.
No, your dirt.
I got a governor's pardon. What do you mean I shared?
No,
yeah, I was in the
and guess what you just did?
Age.
And before we brought that governor's pardon in, you were talking about, well, 14-year-olds shouldn't hear about this. 15-year-olds shouldn't hear about this. 16-year-olds shouldn't hear about this. Oh, goddamn. That's right. I was stealing cars. My bad. Somebody probably should have talked to me. Somebody should have experienced.
But that wasn't going to stop it because I still wanted to go through it myself. I still want.
No, you will never. You will never even know that. You won't even know that. You won't even know that.
My mentality was when people would say, "Hey, the first time you get caught out."
If there was a dude in your life, if there was a dude in your life that was stealing cars that got caught, that literally talked to you, you don't know that for sure. That wouldn't have stopped you. You don't even know that for sure.
Like a scared straight program.
It's not a scared straight program. It's somebody literally saying, dog, I just got out of here. Like, don't do that. Always want to be better than somebody.
Nope.
In real life. Definitely. Always. Oh, you always want to hang something over somebody. Always. You always want to hang something over. Oh, you did that, but I ain't do that.
I thought we were moving on.
All right, we can move on. We can move on because I don't even want to get into
it. And Amir, just to answer your question or your statement, yes, he didn't get a chance to ask Siri later on because I did sit him down and I explained to him. And then he was like, "Oh, you mean gay?" And that's because we've had a prior conversation about what gay is. And I gave it to him in a way that was comprehensive to his age, and to his understanding. So, Jay Black, and to any parent who thinks that their kid is not going to go and seek answers elsewhere, they will. And they do. Mm-hmm. So it's best for them to get it at home from you, no matter how uncomfortable it makes you. It's part of parenting.
Yep.
And if your ass makes you uncomfortable, get over it. Because I can say this right now. And look, Monty's mom got a girlfriend. How am I'm not going to explain that. Mm-hmm. I got to explain that at 13. Mm-hmm. I got to explain it at 12.
But back in the day, they used to be like, "Oh, that's Aunt so-and-so. Call her Aunt Kitty." That's not Aunt Kitty. That's not your auntie. And
I don't think it's wrong that she has a girlfriend. I don't think it's wrong that she has a girlfriend. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm not going to bring this stuff up because it makes me comfortable." Being a parent is the 1000% thing of being uncomfortable.
Jay Black, you okay?
Yeah.
Because Mike said she had a girlfriend. I'm like, wow, that was a lot. He said that he shared a lot.
Yeah, but
I guess maybe
that's what it is.
It's important.
Her girlfriend.
So Mike drove with the girls. Oof. No, go ahead. I'm playing. Go ahead.
You know what?
It is what it is. That's deflection. That's all deflection. That's all deflection. That's all it is. That's all it is.
I didn't talk to my kids about the gay community, but they know all about it because they talk about it at school and they tell me their friend one of their homegirls is gay and there's two of them talking and the parents won't let them participate in the sleepover because they gay. I'm like, okay, so I had to have a talk with them. I had to have a talk with my daughters about birth control, how to put a condom on, all that stuff.
How to put a condom on.
Absolutely.
I absolutely did because what's going on in these schools now, like these kids just, they don't know. They don't know. They think they know because they listen to these songs. They watching this stuff on TikTok. They going in corners. They going in the bathrooms. They doing all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, well, look, I would prefer that you did not, do this. You didn't do this. Don't try not to get yourself in this situation. But if you are in this situation,
this is would you use a cucumber, a banana? You did the demonstration. How did you?
No, I didn't do a demonstration. We just went in the store and I showed them, where it is. But of course, they can't go to the store and buy that. But they need to know because
it's funny.
It's kids that get STDs.
Yes.
Shawnee, Jay wouldn't have had a problem if Shawnee would have taught the kids how to do a Heimlich, just in case somebody is choking on something. I can teach you how to Heimlich, but just in case somebody has sex with you.
I didn't say I had a problem with it. I just said that has to be a challenging conversation and like uncomfortable for some people. Some
it ain't uncomfortable when you see what they doing. I'd rather have because what my mama did with me ain't about to work. My mama scared the hell out of me, so I was just naive. That's not happening with my kids. they know
literally kids can get on Pornhub right now and watch every single sexual situation that can possibly happen.
And pop-ups.
And we're really gonna not tell them. We're really doing them a disservice when we don't tell them.
You better talk to them.
Absolutely.
Because they will be
early.
Hold on. This is for guys and girls. You don't tell them, randomly a dick can be in both their mouths, and they're literally
seriously
boy or girl. And they're
the
feeling
boys are doing
pressure.
it in the bathrooms with each other.
Yes.
They getting caught.
Yes,
Jay,
because they're experiencing a high level of sexual content at an early age. They have access to it. Jay Black, probably when you was younger, the most access. I'm saying most men your age and your generation, Jay Black, most men your age, their exposure to sex was through Hustler magazines and they uncle under their uncle bed,
or they VHS,
or they VHS tapes, or if you was rich and you had cable or a satellite, you know. The satellite, by the time your mom or your dad came home, you had to make sure the satellite was all the way around to the other side, because you were sneaking and watching things that you weren't supposed to watch. So they have, immediate. Every kid I know has a smartphone. They can they know how to clear their cache.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to make their phone look like they ain't doing nothing but watching cartoons, watching Disney Channel.
Yeah.
So be clear, and they may not even know what it is, but somebody else, child may tell them what it is. You don't want that.
This is for everybody watching. Talk to your kids and stop being scared. That phone that they have is showing them things. You better catch up. Mm-hmm. You better catch up on what it is.
And that same-sex exploration that they're doing in the school bathrooms is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, Jay Black. And that's why I talked about because you and I, it's only 3 squares in here that actually have really small school age children. Mike has teenagers. So I'm saying, as young as our children are, these are some of the conversations about their bodies and about sharing their bodies that we need to wake up and have. Don't think that just because Buddy is too young. Oh, my kid's too young for that. My kid's too young. I looked up. I'm like, no, it's time for me to start having a lot more conversations with my son. Regardless whether he's autistic or not, he still knows how it feels when somebody touch him.
Exactly.
So you have to have these conversations.
That penis has still got 6 trillion nerve endings,
and I hear about it every day. My penis is growing from the other room. That puberty thing is happening again. This is not natural. And I had to tell him, no, it is natural. This is something that everyone goes through. So he doesn't feel like that his experience is weird.
Girl, Mo, listen.
Yes.
I literally went out when the girls. And I gotta give Stacey mad credit. I was like, if these girls are gonna have sleepovers, the door's gonna be open too.
Mm-hmm. Good call. Good call.
The door is still gonna be open. We're not eating coochie. We're not experimenting on this.
Good call.
Yeah, because like the sleepover that the girl that my baby wants to have, I'm like, listen, I don't have nothing against y'all little gay friends, but they can't come. They can't come. I don't think she gonna have a sleepover because I still can't nobody bring their phones, and I know some parents don't want to do.
No, but the other thing is like
what do you trust your kids? Like,
this ain't about trust. No, it's not about trust.
No, it's not. I say the door is open because why would you have the door closed? Number one, me being the person that I am, it's Stacey's job to walk by that door. I'd never walk by that door. When the girls had sleepovers, I wouldn't even stay here. When the girls were young and they had their girls over and they had sleepovers, I wouldn't even stay here because I don't want any of that smoke. But I realize everybody experiments, and I know. Let me rephrase that. I don't know. I just know from what women have told me when even when they weren't gay, how they experimented. When they were like 13, 14, something years old. So we're not closing doors in here.
Yeah, they're kids.
Yeah, we're not closing doors. Because the orgasm is crazy. We're not closing doors.
But you're laughing. I think I told you before
that 3 or 4 girls having a girls' night is they going to be in there wilding like.
But he's not but it is your job as a parent to assume the worst. Or to assume, the most unimaginable. No, to assume the most unimaginable, because the most unimaginable to you is exactly probably 9 times out of 10 is what can occur or what's occurring at their school. They either are doing it or they know somebody else who's doing it.
Yeah, now it ain't going down on my watch. I'm like,
but that's a good call. That's a good call because think about it. When we had sleepovers or if we went to a sleepover, and it's all girls, they didn't pay attention. They went upstairs in their room, and it was a free for all. You stayed up until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. They never thought about that. Yeah, but again, you know, and I hate to shed light on this, but there are child sexual predators. Your child's peers can be sexual predators.
Yep. So yeah, did you watch the Jeff Epstein thing? How he used them kids to recruit the other kids?
But it's but not even just that. I'm saying like they're kids who are like more advanced and been experienced to more stuff. Yes. So your kids can get turned out. So it could be a bunch of girls just sitting there, and then one girl's already been advanced on it, and then she's turning your kids out.
Yeah, and just by sharing her story, just by like,
by sharing her story and
well, it started with sharing the story, and then okay, well, how you do that? Well, let me see. Okay, well, I'm gonna try first. Oh hell, no, y'all ain't doing that over here.
A lot of children have their first sexual experience with the same sex partner, you know, same-sex partner, whether it be their friend, whether it be, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a sleepover. I keep saying school because school is one of the predominant places that young people are having sex now.
Hold on, somebody said on the IG, I was turned out by my baby sister at age 9. Okay, that is independent queen.
But it happened. Those are things. Yeah, those are things that happen. That again, we going back to uncomfortable conversations. Jay Black. Those are uncomfortable thoughts. Those are things that you don't want to think about, so you don't address them with your children.
Or when they go like to the jump park, they want to go to the trampoline park and stuff. And my kids ask me, "Why you always come and stay with us?" Because I got to watch you. Yeah, you know, shit, y'all be with me there. Y'all be doing stuff, you know, trying to do stuff that you ain't got no business doing.
And the only reason why, not the only reason, there are many reasons.
Oh, babysitter, her babysitter, not baby sister.
Oh, sorry, babysitter. My bad, babysitter. Yeah, babysitters are vicious. Linda, shout out to Linda. She turned me out. Shout out to her. White girl's vicious. The reason why, the reason why you share these experiences. No, Linda, like my dad. Okay, quick story. When my dad came home, it was my mom and my dad. They came home and Linda was babysitting. And my dad looked at me and looked at her. And he said, "Linda, you don't have to babysit anymore." He knew I smashed. Like, this is why I love my dad.
Look at y'all and tell? I mean, well, I guess you know. Yeah.
My dad looked at, he said, "Linda, we won't need you anymore." But, you know, and he had my mom drive her back.
Was that the first time he caught it?
Did he say something to you?
No, he didn't say nothing. No, my dad was like, "Oh, we don't need. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Did like, have you ever had the conversation with?
No, he knows that. Yeah, as we got older, he was like, "Yeah." He said, "I didn't know for sure, but I knew this chick shouldn't be. This young woman shouldn't be babysitting you." When I realized that you were well aware, you were well aware. And he was like, "Okay, cool." And the day my dad said, "You can't babysit no more," is when it should have been more clear. But back then, that was the clearest that you could get. My dad was like, "Yeah, okay, I know what's going on, but we're not going to address this openly."
But it happened repeatedly before that time?
No, it just happened like twice. It happened twice. And she was a cool dog. I'm adorable. What do you want me to do? Like,
but there was something. There was something in the air.
You're not owning your scar. You need to stay in the
moment.
How
old was Linda?
You were abused.
Linda was like, but honestly, Linda was probably like 16 babysitting us.
Own it.
And how old were you?
I think I was like 9 or 10.
Oh. Yeah, but there was something in the air that your dad, as a parent,
he knew.
Says, and his antennas went up like, "This ain't the situation. This is not the best situation for my
16-year-olds. Do you know how many 16-year-olds have sex with 10-year-olds?
10-year-olds.
Like, but this is the thing that this is what infuriates me. Is like we really deny this stuff. This is normal, but it's not supposed to be normal.
It's not normal. It's not normalized in conversation, but it's normalized in behavior.
Yes,
it's hard for me to wrap my mind around it. I mean, it's like as I go through it as a mom of kids in junior high, and being there up at the school, like it's making sense. But it was hard for me to wrap. I'm like, I can't believe these kids. We're doing y'all kids. Y'all supposed to be doing.
Let me tell you,
stuff.
not only this, they're so sophisticated that they actually plan these things out. Meaning at 8:55 or 9:55 in the morning, I'm going to get the hall pass and say I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then you get the hall pass and say that you have to go to the bathroom, and we're going to meet up.
But that's what I did with Tony Bryant. This girl was amazing. Tony Bryant would get the hall pass. She would come to my Spanish class. She would knock on the thing and say, "Come on." Man, listen.
We have to get out that box of thinking that that our kids don't think that those sexual touches don't feel good. It feels amazing to them. And so, yes, they're going to be they're in the exploratory phase. They're going to go and try to figure out how to get that feeling again.
But Mo,
don't be naive.
But it's not just our kids. We went through the same stages.
Absolutely.
And the thing that infuriates me is like, why don't we tell them? Because we could literally beat them to the punch if everybody would be honest. If every man and woman literally had some truth serum and said, when was the first time you were touched? The reason why we don't do it, is because we don't want to know.
But key word you just said, the first time you were touched. Yes. Not the first time that you had a sexual encounter, but the first time you were touched. That's the important conversation.
The first time you were touched, when all of a sudden a vagina or your penis got curious and was like, wait a second, what's going on here? I don't know if this is right or wrong. This is why share your parents.
And don't shame them or make them feel like it's something wrong because they've had the experience, and don't make them feel like it's something wrong if they they enjoyed it. And you need to ask those questions. And I know you don't want to. Oh, it's uncomfortable, but you're going to have to sit there and be uncomfortable because these are things that you are going to have to ask. Like you're going to have to ask, how did it make you feel?
Well, I had to share mine the first time I was touched, that I remembered being touched. But it wasn't like a little boy. We had a candy man. Like my mom would take me over to her sister's house whenever she had to go somewhere. And there was a candy man in the apartment complex. Yeah, he was in a wheelchair. Me and my cousin, my boy cousin, would go and we get our candy and stuff. Well, the candy man was feeling on me. And I might have been 9, 8 or something. I knew it wasn't right. I knew he wasn't supposed to be touching on me, but at the same time, it was this different feeling. And I was like, what's going on? And eventually I told my cousins, my boy cousins, the big ones, and they went over there and beat the candy man up. But, I had to have that conversation with the girls just so they can understand, because I never let them sit in men's laps. It's like,
not supposed to.
No, you don't.
Never.
Not even family members.
Not even family members.
The only people's lap they said it was my grandfather and their dad. That's it. And I'm like, because people will start touching on you, and then the next thing you know, they might be trying to have sex with you, and you don't know. It's no, it's not right. Yeah, it feels good. It does, but it's not right.
I might sound super old school. I think my girls, the rule was like they all sat in my lap and everything like that, and we wrestled and stuff like that. By the time they got like 10, 9, I was hugging. By the time they were 11, I was doing shoulder. I still hug my daughters, but there's no sitting on laps.
What up, D. Marie?
There's literally no reason to sit on laps. Like Stacy doesn't. How about this? My woman doesn't sit on my lap.
Yes, she does.
Hey, Zaddy. Hey, Zaddy.
Just not in front of everybody.
Just not in front of everybody.
Technically she doesn't. No, technically she doesn't sit on my lap. That's not sitting on the lap. That's not that. No, because she's facing
straddling.
No, she's facing me. That's sitting on the lap.
All right, so our next guest is here every Thursday. We have him here, Mike, our resident psychic, our medium, our astrologer, our tarot card reader. He does it all. He joins in with the fun and shenanigans. He answers questions. He does it all.
Yes.
So he's here this morning, and we can bring him on in. Everyone. Oh, Shani, are we bringing Dex in? Okay.
Oh, we have.
wait a minute.
Don't we have the Keisha?
Well, that was supposed to be at 7, but
what happened?
Because she popped in at the same time. Okay, now I see why you're saying that. So I guess let's go to Keisha first, and then Dr. Keisha Lankford, and then
hold tight, Dex.
Hold tight, Dex.
So yesterday, Mike, yesterday
Dr. Keisha Lankford, she's in here. Somebody who was very important to my recovery and stuff like that. That she has been amazing. Her and her husband have something that's going on that's so amazing. But we had to bring her on here right now because she's doing bigger and shouldn't say better things, but she's doing something historical right now. So bring her on here. Can you get her on here on the square?
Yep. Let me do it. Gotcha. Good morning,
Hello.
Doctor.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, people. How y'all doing?
Yes.
I want to apologize. I was on yesterday's link, just sitting there backstage, and I told my husband something's not right. And so I apologize for messing up the plan. But I do appreciate you guys having me back. Better reception here. But I just want to say I appreciate you guys being provocative in your conversation, challenging the way we think. That is so very important. I am Keisha Williams Lankford. I'm a Dallas native here, and I am running for Congress, something that I know I had to do because we have people that are running in our district that are they're new to our district. And I know for sure that with the Voting Rights Act, we have to have quality representation. Voting rights have very little impact if we don't have quality representation. And so I want to encourage people to get involved. A lot of people are disdained by past situations with politics, but we can't give up. We can't get tired. We have to continue to fight. And we need to make sure we have people in office that care about the people. And that's why we're here. So I care.
Is it okay if I expand on like how I met you and stuff like that? Is that okay?
By all means, please, sir.
Okay, so I got a DUI or DWI, whatever it is in Texas, and we had to take classes. And there were certain classes we had to take, and the class that Dr. Lankford had, I would do it during the week, and then on the weekend she would do her own, like she would have a class, and literally she would let everybody on the squares, and I said this yesterday, but I want to repeat this. Everybody on the squares, we were all on Zoom and StreamYard or whatever it is, and she would literally ask us how we're doing. Mm-hmm. And we were mad. Everybody was mad. We're spending money on a class. We made a mistake. Mm-hmm. Some of us have drug problems. Some of us already know we have a drug or alcohol problem. Some of us are still in denial. And then we're sitting there, and she would literally ask everybody what's going on. Like, how are you doing? And there would be some fire that would come from people. Like, people would be mad. And literally, she would let us speak our truth and then actually help us get through our truth on that day. And it would be sometimes the class would last a certain amount of time, and sometimes the class would last longer. But I love the fact that the most difficult people in the class who were really mad, she would not duck it, and she would literally talk to these people. And I would sit there and go like, this is amazing. She doesn't have to do this. Like, she could really end this class in 45 minutes and we could go home. And I thought that was just so amazing what you did. And then
thank you.
I was like, there's got to be something she's going to do bigger than this. I didn't know this was going to be it. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't know this. What made you go here and put this added pressure on yourself? Because this is a real responsibility.
It definitely is. And I want to tell you, I want to thank you so much for putting a face with a real issue in our community. I was on a cruise once talking to a doctor, and he said that when he would has patients come in San Antonio, he would always test them. They don't know he's testing them for drugs or alcohol. I mean, drugs. He said drugs. But he had teachers, doctors, nurses that he tested. He said almost everyone tested positive for some sort of drug, marijuana namely. And I want you to know that that is a issue and has been an issue in our community, self-medicating, because we don't want to identify with our issues. When you pull those layers back, you don't necessarily have a desire to self-medicate as much. When you pull the layers back, deal with it, process it. That's why talking about what you feel means so much, because if I talk about it, it's like a good detox. I like to always refer to that. You got to emotionally detox. If you do not do that, then you're going to keep that in and it's going to fester. So when people are angry, a lot of times we'll assume they're angry at us because they have an attitude with us, but it has nothing to do with us. It's about what they've experienced. So we don't need to take personal things that happen. But majority of people in my community, the way I grew up, that's how we did. You get attitude, me, I get attitude back with you. So now we got a real problem. Now somebody's going to jail because we misunderstood what was going on. So as a result of that, I went to school with a lot of children that didn't make it out because they did not understand what they needed. So they had anger issues because anger is misplaced emotion. Okay. So now I get the chance to go back to my home community, which I've done for years. I taught in my home community. I started a nonprofit for the same reason. And I've been waiting 30 years for these changes to happen. Lobbying with politicians, trying to get them to help us, support us in these love fests we do, and community awareness events, stop teen violence, domestic violence awareness events, and I could get little to no support. And so here's an opportunity where a congresswoman is retiring after 30 years. And I'm looking at the people that are running, and I'm like, okay, if somebody gets in there that I think could do it, I won't run. I was asked to run in March. And I said, I'll wait. I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to wait and see what God says. And so the people that were considered forerunners were new to our district. And I had to ask myself, can I wait 30 years and allow our community to be neglected? Because if you're not, you guys know this, if you just move into a city as an adult, especially as an attorney or professional, you're not moving in the hood. Right. So you don't have no commitment, no ties, no understanding, no loss, no pain, no hurt, no no attachment. So that means we're looking at least 30 years of neglect. I just couldn't do it.
So when do we have to? Because I have to mention one more thing. When more than one more thing. Voting. Give us when the early voting is, when the voting goes down, because a lot of us really don't know.
So yeah, you're right, and a lot of people are surprised because it starts Monday. Early voting is Valentine's Day. Yes, and what the irony is, I'm a school board trustee in Cedar Hill. My campaign was love, right? Love the children, love the community. And now people get to show me love on Valentine's Day and vote. God does not make any mistakes. I'm telling you, he knows exactly what he's doing. So yes, it's a 2-week process here. We're dealing with a lot of voter suppression. They're closing polls and changing hours here, but we are starting Monday to the 25th. And then, of course, election day is March 1st.
Are you on your phone or your laptop right now?
I am on the phone.
Okay. Because I wanted to get you on IG Lives if you could, but you're fine. But okay. You're fine because I wanted to get you on IG Live. We're going to have you back on again. There was one thing that I thought was so amazing, and I have to say this. Because everybody in the classes that we took, I don't want to be redundant and keep bringing that up, but I don't think you understand how much you affected people in the classes that we were taking. You shared something about your relationship with your mom, and I don't want to get into it if you don't want to get into it.
I'm okay.
But it was the nicest, hardest thing I've ever saw somebody share when they didn't have to. But everybody in the squares, whether you knew it or not, everybody on these Zoom squares or StreamYard squares, when you shared that, it changed everything. Because I think everybody has some type of issue with somebody that they truly love, that they really love, that they either don't understand why they've treated them a certain way, or don't understand why you can't get over the obstacles on what has happened. And I thought that was 1000% the most amazing thing I've ever been a part of. Unfortunately, I've been on probation twice. So I'm a veteran. So, but I thought that was, and I wanted to say that to you because I hope you understand you sharing that helped a lot of people that were going through the same thing with their parents, fathers, mothers, stepdads, stepmoms, aunts, uncles, and stuff like that. So I just wanted to tell you that.
I appreciate that. And if I could just say for a moment, I realized that I was very fortunate to have a toxic relationship with my mom, who was suffering herself in depression, diagnosed with lupus. She never had parents. Both her parents died. So she literally grew up like an orphan. And I couldn't identify with this as a kid. I'm just enduring the turmoil, I mean, she loved me, I believe to my heart, even to this day, but she just does not know how to show it. She does not know, So here's what has happened. A older lady called my mom and said, hey, he should go to church with me and Vacation Bible School. Well, when I did that, when those pressures start to come, that's where I would use all of my emotions to deal with it, right? So God helped me through that. And if it wasn't for that lady asking me to go to church, then I wouldn't have that as a source. Alcohol, drugs, anything, sex, some other guy could have been my source. And I thank God for her asking me, because it opened me up to a spiritual healing or self-medication as opposed to anything else. And so, but Michael, and we think we're alone in this because we're embarrassed to talk about it. So people think, oh, you don't have my problems, but everybody has something, right? If it's not now, later, but people don't talk about it. Majority of the people I am helping they come out of the criminal justice system, they have suffered with abandonment, neglect, or abuse.
Wow.
And nobody wants to tell it, of course, because there may be a loved one that, people talk, you only get one mom, you only get one dad. I love her, but I still cannot excuse what happened. What continues to happen. So I say that to say I could have been on either side of this because of what I went through, but God. And so I know that so many people that struggle with trying to figure out why this person is not loving me like they should, why are they calling me names, cursing me out. You're not alone. Majority of the people I work with don't even know a parent, one or two. Most time it's the dad. I didn't know that. I taught school for 21 years and did not know that majority of the people that go through the criminal justice system do not even know who he is. So if he walked in the room, they'd be like, oh, he looked like me. And that's traumatizing. So when you talk about that, you helping people detox it, help them to understand it wasn't in vain. So I love sharing it because at least that pain I went through wasn't in vain.
No, it definitely wasn't in vain. It was absolutely one of the most amazing things, because you didn't have to share and you could have just, bye, Stace. I was saying bye to my fiance.
We love you, Stacey.
Everybody said love you. Why y'all be gassing Stacey up like that? Why? Whatever. I think that I wish more people would do that, but I know it takes courage to do that and open up that. And but thank you. Let's get back to, we have to vote. The voting starts. You have to repeat this to people, because I'm sorry, y'all. This is Michael Sean saying it. We are so goodness God, we got to bang you in the head with something. I got to tell you, it goes on Netflix at 8:00. Tell them what time, tell them when, and how do we vote, and early voting, and how important this is.
We have to love one another. Valentine's Day is a day of love. That's when voting starts. I understand why a lot of people don't want to vote. That's why I'm here, because I'm tired of people coming saying they're going to do this and do that and then empty promises. So please don't give up on the process. Please do your due diligence. Try to find out about the candidates. Do a little research in Google and make sure that you're selecting someone that you feel that may do the job. And after you've done that, hold them accountable. Get involved. Text them, email them. This is going on in my community. I voted for you. I helped you get in there. You said you were going to do this. What's going on? And then if they do not, get them out. Get somebody else in there that's going to do it. But we have to be engaged in this process, because if it wasn't so important, there would not be so many tactics to keep us from voting. If it wasn't effective, we'd still be segregated, right?
Yes.
So you got to know that it's effective. We just need to be more involved and engaged, helping good people get in there so we can have the quality representation that we deserve. Voters start February 14th through the 25th, and March 1st is election day.
Nice.
Okay.
And my birthday is March 2nd, so you're gonna win.
All
right.
Yeah.
I'm coming up there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you, Dr. Lankford.
And Dr. Lankford, we need to have you back on relationship topics
Yeah.
after we get through the main
let's
stuff.
do it.
After we
Let's
get through
do it.
we still gotta we're gonna win. Let's put that in the
Yes.
universe. And
Yes.
but then we
Yes.
want to have you back on relationship topics, because I know you got a whole bunch of stuff to say. Thank you so
I
much.
do. Thank you. God bless
Thank
y'all.
you.
Thank you.
All right.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, all right. We do a lot. We do a lot here. We clapping. We clapping.
Yes.
We clapping.
I wonder what, especially since she's young, outside of voter suppression, what are some of like her barriers that she's finding as she's doing this journey?
It's interesting to me because I'm in Dallas County, and I know yesterday she said she's been working. Eddie Bernice Johnson has been in the seat for 100 years, a long time.
But that's what you're supposed to do, is pass the baton. You're supposed to have that person that you're pulling up as you're going through the Senate.
That's not what they do in Dallas. They don't do that in Dallas.
That's not what they're doing. And that was something that I was, curious about. I was like, you worked on her campaign since 14, and I just wondered if she felt like she had the support that she anticipated of these Democratic leaders that are moving out. Because to say, okay, I've worked on your campaign since I was 14, that's some dedication. And that is somebody that understands the community and what's going on here.
And you want somebody who's going to finish your work or carry on the torch of your legacy, of your political legacy. So I find that fascinating.
But Oak Cliff needs some help, like for real. Like the stuff that's, because I grew up here, so it's like, okay, what y'all gonna do? We keep hearing that X, Y, and Z is gonna happen, and regentrification is real. Like South Oak Cliff just won that championship for football. Listen, they about to try to move everybody. South Oak Cliff it's a predominantly Black school.
But she said something that's key is being part of the process and being part of the after voting process. Get engaged.
All right. Let's take this 3-minute break and bring Dex up here right after that. I got to pee.
We only got him for a little bit more time. So good. A quick break. We'll be right back.
Quick break. We'll be right back. Michael Sean, Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got little man tap dancing on his butt.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Kelly J, and I like tuning in every morning to Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, because y'all already know they come with the tea. They always have good people on. And hell, Mike always talking about putting in somebody's butt. But make sure y'all tune in.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean from Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. So I would love to have you when Sexy does this thing called Allegedly, where she does her stories. I would love to have you on here if you could, to just give your opinion on the stories. If we could have you come back on. Okay. I mean, everybody's doing it.
She said, okay, AKA. We'll see.
I don't know what that is, but all right.
No, she does her entertainment news. She does her entertainment
news.
So she does the entertainment news, and I would love to see your point of view on these stories that she gives out.
Oh,
that's all.
That'll be
fun. That's what
Oh.
I'm saying. So you come back because you ain't shy.
No.
You go because I know you go. So when we come back,
your mind is only in one spot.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about that. Girl, please. I would just you just made me say girl, please. You just
girl, please.
You just made me, a grown ass man, say girl, please. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Sean, and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.
Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
I'ma tap in for sure.
Michael Sean and Takeover Legends. We're in the building. All right. Sexy Mo, Jay Black, Shorty Scott, Dex is in the building.
Hey.
We about to flip cards. If you got Dex, get on the IG Live.
Good morning, Dex.
Sorry about
what's going on, everybody.
What's going on? I sent something.
We took his energy down.
Okay?
We were late.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I'm good. I was actually just bopping to the music from the ad.
I saw that. Good morning, Dex. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. So happy to be here.
For those who don't know, Dex is our psychic. He's a medium. He can talk to people that's moved on. He can read through the tarot card reading, astrologer, anything in that psychic world or vibes. Dex can pick up on it, and all he needs is your name and your birth month and day. He don't need the year. People that don't want to share that they was born in the 60s, 70s, whatever. He just needs the birth month and day. And your name.
How's your energy this morning? How's your energy?
Oh, mine? It's good. I started a new workout routine, so my energy, it kind of boosts my energy, but then I like get into like this relaxed state. So I'm kind of
I feel it. I see. Yes,
really?
Yes, I do.
Either that or you were smoking a blunt before you got on.
I did that too.
It's whatever. It's all good.
I do that so I can get into trance for readings.
Next, can we get you on IG? Can we get you on IG?
I sent you a request.
All right, my bad. All right. I think I was on. There we go. They tried to make it seem like I couldn't get on IG Live, so I'm happy to be on. Okay. We got 1022. My grandson Sincere started a YouTube channel with his sister Chloe. Do you see them doing it long term? They're like 9 and 8. Damn, they're not. Oh, that's cute. Okay.
Is it going to take off? Is it just
I see
Jay,
them doing
take it from
least,
here. I gotta find something. Go ahead.
I see them doing it at least through October, like the fall. I do think that one of them leaves it though. I think the female.
Oh, one of them turned back.
They broke up already.
She going her own direction.
First the fat boys break up. This is seeing Chloe.
What the hell? What is that?
Oh man.
They seem to have a really good time. I don't know if you were on my live on Tuesday. Somebody asked the same question. And it does get to a point where I just got kicked out of Instagram.
I know they kicking you out the club. What?
I don't know why, but she said, she's not feeling it.
I'm feeling it already. I'm only doing this because we family, but yeah, I'm about to do that.
All right, let me do my selfish one. Let me do my selfish one right now. March 2nd, I have a meeting I'm doing today interview. Is this going? Where is this going? Today it's kind of a big interview today. So where are we going with this? Or what's going to happen? Or tell me what you know, man. Just tell me what you know.
Just tell me what you know, man.
Tell me what you know, man.
There seems to be a couple different options for opening up other streams of income, which seems to be your focus at this time. The moon right now is in Gemini, which for you said your sign is Pisces, right?
Yeah, Stacy's a Gemini. My fiance is a Gemini.
Yeah, so with the moon being in Gemini today, there's a lot of dialogues around what does your life look like if you're being the hero of your own story. And I think people are going to be asking you in this meeting, where do you see yourself going? And the answer to that question is going to either open doors or close them. So at this point in time, it's very important for you to take up your own space in life, right? And not wait for people to give you certain permissions. And only we know, like when we're waiting on people to kind of, pour into us. It's time for you to kind of talk about your experiences and where you've come from. And also, no wooden nickels. You understand what I'm saying? So just knowing your worth.
Wooden nickels, Michael Sean.
Between now and April, knowing your worth. Really just knowing your worth and recognizing that you also are coming to the table with skills and talents and experience that are valuable.
So can I
his own horn, basically brag on himself, talk about building himself up, his
say it with
my God, say that again. Tell him again.
With your chest.
Yes. I is smart, I is kind, and I is a star.
Oh my God.
Say it.
That's right.
All of that.
That's crazy. He's saying to tell you to say that. Wow.
Yes.
But this is something that we always try to convey to him. He's so modest in a lot of boxes. We try to tell him, you are a star.
Yeah.
You are a star.
I just do what I do,
He's so modest.
I ain't like that.
Know your worth, Mike, is what he's basically.
Oh, you are Michael fucking Sean.
Yeah, man. I teach a class on becoming a healing presence, and we practice humility. But humility doesn't necessarily mean like speaking from an ego. It means telling the truth. So if there's something you've done, if there's something you've experienced, if there's a vision that you see for yourself, if somebody asks you what that is, tell them, because you're speaking it into existence. It really matters.
Mm-hmm.
So being low key ain't always the answer. You want to have
I guess changing how we see low key, right? You can be humble and speak the truth. You can speak facts. You can still be humble and say.
So is there a result after this interview, or is that
April? This conversation's revisited in April.
Oh God.
I know.
So you trying to shorten the months because he told you. He told you the breakthrough was going to be April.
Yeah, man.
Now you got this interview today, but that breakthrough, that big breakthrough you're looking for, is in April.
Yes, he is Michael fucking Sean. Act like it. Act like it.
Oh my God!
I said before, right now, at least through the beginning of March, impatience can undo all of your best efforts, to be honest.
Say that again.
Impatience can undo a lot of your best efforts because it causes you to move differently.
So be patient.
It causes your spirit to be out of balance. So now you can't receive any information from above.
Oh, wow.
Because you're trying to force from an ego space. Ego has a short view. God, of course, has a bird's eye view of a bigger picture.
So having to be patient is key right now.
Right now, at least till March. So a couple more weeks.
Okay.
But then in March, things are going to move quite quickly. And so you're going to be, my recommendation at this time is to be solid in the direction or at least the outcomes that you're looking for, because there are going to be a lot of decisions you're going to have to make between March and April. And I don't think you're going to be comfortable with the speed. You're asking for it to speed up, and it's going to.
In other words, when you're in this interview today, Mike, do not hold back. Do not be modest. Answer the questions the right way. Answer them the way you know. Answer the questions the way I'd answer the questions for you.
Y'all making
my Shawnee's so good. Oh my God, she's an amazing coach. Oh my God.
All right, read Kelly J. So, Jay, Shawnee.
In my lifetime, how many kids will I have? Number 2, she has a medium question. Every morning between 2 and 5, my room door keeps opening. I like it every night. Who's coming to visit me? Because this got to stop.
There's a male, but that's only when you seem to astral travel. You said I don't know if you ever have a period of time where your body tries to wake up and it's challenging for you to wake up, but there's some astral travel that happens for you. There seems to be a male. I feel like it was a brother. I don't know if it was a brother in this lifetime, maybe another lifetime. I don't know if you have a brother right now, but there's a male energy, and I think it's just residual from some of your travel, and it probably doesn't happen too often. But it's benign. I wouldn't be alarmed by it. Also, while this is spring, spirits move a lot more freely because the energy is shifting in the universe. Long story short, if you notice, we talk about spring cleaning. The air starts to move things and shift things. We might start to clean up our living spaces, which makes room for just other energies to kind of come out of hiding. Not all of them are negative, though.
All right, you got Dry Wong.
There's some things on Instagram too, just so we don't forget.
June 2nd. Everything you told me last year about the Capricorn I'm dating has come to pass. My question is, what now? Do I hang in there or nah?
What's the name? Is this on Instagram?
It's on Instagram. Dry Wong or Dreary.
Oh, Dr. Ye Wong. Got you. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah. This is my colleague. She does acupuncture in Baltimore.
Oh.
That's why I let Shani read. That's why Shani read.
Next time I'm in Baltimore, I might have to check Dr.
Ye Wong.
Ye Wong out because
Dr. Ye Wong.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Doc.
Let's see. Well, one of the pieces that's showing up in this. Wait, what?
No, he's laughing at her.
I messed her name. I butchered that all up. Dry E Wong.
This energy seems to be
Dry E Wong. You got a dry Wong. Okay.
This energy seems to be turning a bit cloudy. I do see it. You have until July. There's some kind of bitterness showing up inside of you over this relationship too. I don't think you're very happy. And also, too,
how you gonna be happy when Shorty says your name like that? Like, hold the monopoly.
I'm not. She said, I'm feeling that. I'm not sure he's totally single.
Oh,
damn.
There's some material that seems to be coming out around May. Oh God, Bucky Seatbelt.
You're not happy, Dr. Wong, because he's giving some of his energy to somebody else.
Hey, Mo, what's your birthday? What's your birthday, Mo?
9/15. September the 15th.
So September 15th with
Yes.
Mo. I'm looking. Look, I'm taking her birthday and I'm asking questions now. Happiness. Is she about to get, like, where's happiness going? Like, with her?
Well,
that's a good question, Mike. Thank you.
This might be kind of cliche, but happiness is really a choice, right? So when somebody's saying, when will I be happy? A client told me the other week, when is she going to get happiness for her meant when is she going to get married again? But she's only been divorced a year. So anyway, that was a very dramatic story.
Okay, so maybe not happiness. Is she making the right decision right now?
Damn.
Yes, she's putting her life together in a way that she perhaps has always dreamed of. I'm also seeing there seems to be some kind of a movement. You seem to be building some kind of a dream house. I don't know if you've been thinking about moving or having some kind of a home. There's a movement happening as far as where you're going to be laying your head. And I see it. Also, too, there seems to be a level of desire to have your mornings free and relaxed.
OMG!
Because I'm seeing you entering the kitchen and remarking to yourself how comfortable it feels not to watch the clock.
OMG. So it's funny you say that because I was going to ask you, why is it that I'm not getting any sleep? Even this week, I've made a conscious effort to try to take it down and lay it down earlier than my normal, and I'm still not able to sleep. What is going on?
Good question. So we've just entered as of the Chinese New Year on February 1st, the season of spring, and springtime changes the timeline, right? So the sun is rising earlier, is setting earlier. So there's a recalibration that should be happening with your body clock. And I think that's what you're feeling. If you're still trying to move around the same times of day that you were in wintertime, you'll find that it knocks you off balance. It might be easier and more effective for you to do some kind of physical activity that wears your energy down some. throughout the day. Of course, you can also use chamomile, but natural medicine doesn't override your body's clock. So we have to respect the sun and moon, honestly. And so
I feel like a Rolex. Like I'm not TikTok, and I'm just like just doing like this.
Yeah.
So I feel like a Rolex.
You know, all my Rolex owners know what I'm talking about. It just, you know, it doesn't. There's not a pause. There's not a, you know, a steady movement. It's just you're rolling and rolling, and I need it to stop. I need to be able to go to sleep and get some real good quality sleep, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
It's going to stop for you, but very soon you're going to burn out. So either you can intentionally create a burnout daily from some kind of physical activity, or your body's going to give out on you. That's just how that works. We don't get a pass when it comes to energy release. So do a Zumba, you know, hop on YouTube, do one of these hip hop dance classes. If you don't want to go to the gym, do, you know, 30 minutes of cardio in the morning if you don't have another fitness routine. But you have to do something with this energy, because the energy that builds up in springtime, if we're not moving our bodies and creating effective movement, is frustration in the system. And that affects our joints, which then affect our muscles. And before we know it, we're susceptible to.
Yeah, I'm waking up feeling like I've been beat up in my sleep. You know, yes, all of that. So you're saying I need to either exercise or find some type of, because I ain't having sex, so I need to find some type of
something vigorous, something vigorous to do
to help me. Okay.
On a regular basis,
I will take my homework assignment and I'll work on that.
Report back your findings if you would.
Yes, I'm going to report back to y'all and tell y'all what's going. And yes, Kathy, I am eating I'm not eating during the day, which is a big no-no. And I know that I find, like, you know, a not so healthy snack at night, especially with being up at night. So yes, my diet too may have something to do with it.
Oh wow,
Shiny. Yep,
you got one on IG. I'm gonna grab the IG one because they moved.
Cool.
So
you talking about snacks?
So, Nicole, Nikki White Chocolate, 622. She wants to know how many years does she have left on this earth?
Well, damn. Well, that's direct. He like direct.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at that question because there's just no way my God is going to entertain that.
How you just gonna ask a question? When am I gonna die?
Wow. Listen. I feel like this brings up a good question though, which is a dialogue around impermanence. You really should wake up every day recognizing that one day you won't be here, and if that be the case, death finds you living your best life. And I did a reading for somebody. I'm gonna take her question and turn it into a dialogue. I did a reading for somebody who wanted to contact a friend who killed herself. When I contacted her, she was struggling taking off a wedding ring. And I said, this woman is struggling taking off a wedding ring. The client said that this woman had gotten divorced. And I said, well, she's having a hard time letting go of the divorce. There's some level of disappointment and guilt around that. And I said, and then a priest began to show up. And she said, oh, well, she was a devout Catholic. Catholics don't believe in divorce, right? You go to hell if you get divorced. So this woman literally put herself in hell. She was a ghost. The first time I ever contacted a ghost as a medium, and she wouldn't give herself permission to be happy because her religious beliefs told her that, you know, if you get divorced, you can't go to heaven. And this priest had to wake her up with that. Anyway, they started to pray together, and this client helped this woman transition. So long story short, I'm not really in the business of telling you when you're going to die. I'm in the business of asking you, how are you living?
Amen. Amen.
All righty. What's the next one, Jay? So, baby, I don't even want to mess your name up, but this young lady right here,
Janae Diva. Maybe?
1:30, January 30th. Will my kids make this cheerleading trip to Disney? I've been trying to raise funds on my IG and Facebook, but no. But for real, LOL. I used to see spirits as a child. If I talk about it, will they come back?
If you want them to come back, they will. Our loved ones never try to shock us, scare us, or break into our lives in a way that will disturb our peace. So, yes, that means you have some unrefined mediumship abilities. They certainly can come back, but they wouldn't do that unless you were ready or open to it.
Okay, I got a selfish one.
Well, the kids, they making it to the trip. They getting to GoFundMe.
Actually, I do see the children making it on the trip. To be honest, so
you sure they're not going to Six Flags?
Well, there's some of these important. That's for sure.
I got a selfish one.
This is
so my grandfather, you passed a couple of years ago, but I had a dream about him and his
the one with the
side
Cadillac or the car?
family. Yeah. So I want to know because so in the dream it was him, my grandmother who's still living, and my aunt and my cousin who are still living. My other aunt, their oldest daughter, passed right around Christmas, but there's some issues going on in the family. And I got pulled in the middle of it, and I really don't even have nothing to do with it. So I want to know, what was he trying to reach me for? What was, because I done stepped away from it, and I don't even.
He is
no more.
Putting his arm around you in a way that is kind of like pulling you back from a fight. And interestingly enough, saying you don't have to fix other people's problems. He's saying you don't have to have your hands in everything. Is what he's saying here. Yeah. He started saying that as soon as while you were talking. So I apologize for trying to interject, but they say stuff and I try not to forget it. So that's the biggest piece. And he's saying it in a way that is, the tone of voice is very encouraging of you. Because in some way he doesn't want you to feel bad about extracting yourself from energetics that don't benefit you. And that's a lesson for you away from 2 years.
And I love them, but it's just like I don't have time to deal with that because I got my own situation going on over here. And what y'all arguing about, y'all can really fix that if the two adults that had a problem would just talk to each other.
I have one word for you: self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
Exit stage left, girl.
Well, thank you, Granddaddy.
Mm-hmm. Your granddaddy has spoken.
Mm-hmm.
So Erica said, August 1st. I work all my adult life, but I became very sick. And will I be able to return, I guess, back to work?
Yeah, closer to September. I don't know how soon you were wanting that to happen. You seem to be quite frustrated. I think you need to create a lifestyle over your healing journey right now that allows your body to do whatever it needs to do. There seems to be some level of frustration wanting to get back to something. There's no back to get to, especially if whatever you were doing might have been contributing to any internal breakdowns that may have happened as far as just, sometimes we get into routines and environments that cause us to behave and ignore signals from our body, our mind, etc. And sometimes a breakdown in our body or mind gives us a chance to reflect on our priorities in our life. And I see that happening for you. In September, there's a movement coming, but you're not going to be the same person. Thankfully, life has moved forward for you.
Love and light, Erica.
Yeah.
Mike, you eating pirate booty?
You're healing. He ain't eating pirate booty. He fucking up pirate booty over there.
What is pirate booty?
It's popcorn. It's popcorn. Yes.
Oh, okay, because I'm like pirate booty.
It's supposed to be a healthy snack.
It only has 1% sugar.
But not if you eat that whole big gigantic family size bag.
No, she's right.
What flavor is it?
I'm starving. Like,
that look like the white cheddar. You eating the white cheddar?
That's exactly it.
Nobody eats health food like that.
No, that's exactly it. It's the white cheddar.
It's so good. It is so good that you can't put the bag down.
I understand.
That's the downfall.
I'm done.
Texas, a selfish one, 826. Another finances. Do you see another stream of income? 826. Do you see any money? What do you see for money?
There does seem to be another stream of income coming through like this August. Once again, there seems to be a level of, what's the word? I would say overthinking where you're concerned a lot of times. This King of Cups showing up here and this King of Swords seems to just, I don't know, wanting things to show up perfectly in some way. So I think recognizing that a lot of artistry requires some, what's the word I want to say, risk is going to benefit you this year. I'm seeing it closer to August though.
Gotcha.
It's some kind of home-based business too, so it doesn't require you to go out.
Yes, Jay. Yes, you've been. I haven't been texting you. I've been texting ladies.
Get to that home bag.
Home base. Okay. All right. You got anything on IG, Shawnee? I don't have anything over here.
I got one more. And it's another selfish moment.
Okay.
Because I didn't know. Because honestly, when you answered, you tell me to tell people what I'm worth. I actually have 2 meetings today, but I have 2 meetings. The other thing I was wondering, since I've been here, I've come back. And I feel like I'm giving you the cheat code by telling you too much. Since I've been back in Jersey, are there still people like that are still around me? Because I felt like in Texas, there were people who had passed on that were around me a lot. That literally got me to get through my time in Texas. Are they still around? Because it might sound crazy. I kind of feel like everybody just left and they were like, "You're good now," but I could be wrong.
You're not wrong. I was going to actually say that your loved ones are always available. So let me answer it. You know, to say around, to say no to around might sound like they're not available. They're always available. Right. You're entering into a different period. You're going to be calling in other guides now. In fact, you seem to be calling in some kind of a coach that's going to be helping you as far as your public relations is concerned. And by coach, I mean a spiritual coach. We have to remember that everybody who dies, which is all of us, come from different industries. So some people call in. I was reading from another medium. He was saying, that Arnold Schwarzenegger called in a number of different people like Lucille Ball, etc., who have spiritually helped them get to where they're trying to go. So there does seem to be a spiritual coach coming through for you now. Your loved ones aren't necessarily needed unless you call them during this period, especially this year. So you're right. You did feel a shift, and I told you have a lot of psychic energy. So,
all right, Mo. We'll talk to you later. I know Mo got to go.
All right, Mo.
Yes, thank you, Dex, and I'm going to be following up with you next week.
Yeah, please, can't wait.
Bye, Mo.
And we got two there. So
IG?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, on here on the thing.
Okay.
Lady Q got the 1227. Well, my daughter, Lady Q. That's Lady Q, right, Jay?
Yeah, that's Lady Q.
Will my daughter figure out
1227. Will my daughter figure out her path in life? Like, will it click for her, or will she struggle to find her way?
There seems to be a movement happening between the ages of 18 and 23, which might sound, cliche, but there seems to be a movement for her where some things kind of uncover themselves. I don't think she's come across just yet something that has lit her soul on fire. It's on its way though. So we're all walking a path, even when it doesn't look like we're walking a path. So to ask if somebody's going to find their path, there's no path to find. Every step you take is leading you toward other doors of opportunity and decision making.
Wow. No, that's absolutely correct.
Some people just don't ever get it. They just stuck in there wherever they at. They just stuck. But yeah.
On IG, we got 22P, October 14th. Dex, you have been on point. Every time you told me a man was coming back into my life. So last week, my father came back. So I guess that's just thank you. And then I guess let's do August 3rd. My marriage has a start, slow down, get on track thing. How does our future look?
The marriage has a start, slow down, get on track thing. How does our future look? Give me a moment. How should I present information? Like, I don't know, Mark, do you want me, how much of a filter do you want me to use when I'm answering questions like this? These are sensitive questions people have been asking me lately. And I just want to make sure I'm respectful of everybody.
I think when I'm asking in a public forum, I think he wants a public real answer, or you want him to sugarcoat it, Mark?
Well, I don't want to say. I don't want to. Yeah, no, right. I don't want to. I'm
sugarcoat it.
I say be blunt. Me personally,
I see you guys going in separate directions in 2 years. Whatever that means.
Oh wow.
And I don't own the information. So this is 2022. I'm seeing separate directions happening around 2024. I didn't turn over any cards for this, but right now you see, and this card actually was turned upside down. This is the number 6. There's a doorway of opportunity, but it just looks like you guys are moving through a season. And once we start any relationship, from a birth to adopting a pet to getting married, it has a lifespan, and it either keeps being reborn, or two people decide how to move together in this life, but in different ways than perhaps some of the roles we've adopted before. There's a shift coming in 2 years.
Well, what was the comment? Because Jay said some people don't ever get it, and I don't believe that people don't ever get it. I just think we don't get that what they're going through, and what they find. Like when people say certain people don't ever get it, like how do you say like certain people don't ever get it if you're not that person? They might have got it, but you just don't understand that they got it.
No, some people are just stuck in their ways and never prosper, and they just never.
That's the case. That would be you.
No, I'm saying what she was saying in life. Some people are adults that just never move out. Some people just don't want to be on their own. They can't manage money. They just can't manage life as a whole and being that responsible person and rely on other people to help them. They're not as independent. They are adults like that with the name on the milk or I can't manage my own apartment or whatever the case may be. I can't pay my bills on time. Every month I'm always using something from the previous month because I didn't manage that correctly, knowing that the next month was still going to come. So like some things like that. So that's what I meant by it.
Well, I mean,
I know you want to debate me and say
no. I think in life, people think if you formulate a budget and you pay your bills on time, that you got it. And I think life is bigger than that.
True.
That's what I'm just saying. Like
there's levels, there's more to it.
I just think like happiness is like you might be the worst person that ever budgeted anything in life, and you might be happy. But go ahead.
We had a couple on IG that we lost. If you can scroll back, Mike, and probably catch them, I can't.
I see one. 22 Pooh actually had a question. You read her testimony, but she had a question. She said, "Libra, what does this year have in store for me?" That's kind of general, but I'll turn over an oracle card for you. Give me a moment. All right, yeah. You know, one of the things that this year is really it's time for you to kind of recognize that you really can have anything that you want. There seems to be some dialogue around getting started and some fear-based thinking about some of the goals that you've set for yourself, to be honest, mostly in career. So, you know, once again, we have to know what we're working with and claim what we're worth.
All right, Ashley's.
Wait, it was one other one I skipped. Okay. Oh, Janae said it's her last one. 1:30, will a family member and I fix our issues before they pass on?
That's up to you. Reconciliation is a choice. You could do it today if you wanted to, right?
Those are facts.
Is it really?
Oh, absolutely. Reconciliation doesn't mean the other person accepts your honesty, your truth, your revelation. It doesn't mean anything about what they do with your perspective. If you are coming from a place of intention to clear the air and sometimes you can reconcile with somebody without even communicating with them directly. You can just say, "Oh, you know what? I'm over it."
But the issue ain't fixed if they don't like. I said my piece and that's that. But if they didn't, is the issue really fixed? I think she said
it's fixed when you say it's fixed. It's fixed when you say it's fixed. People often think that closure requires the other party. It doesn't. You can create closure for yourself.
Yeah. All right, so Ashley,
and also too, she has a bit of a slick mouth, so you know we have to also.
Should they even
got a slick mouth? I don't know her, but you know,
independent queen.
He said, "I don't know her."
There's some energy around how you present yourself at times, so your hands aren't clean either.
All right, I sent you an invite, J Black. So
I'm saying it with loving kindness, of course.
819. Wow. My son's father set up and killed by someone he knew on February 21st, 2021.
I don't know if it was a setup, but it was somebody that he knew.
Damn.
I don't know if it was a setup though. I don't know the details around it. This feels very fast, and it doesn't feel like it had planning. So setup is planning, right? That's forethought. There doesn't seem to be forethought in this. There seems to be an energetic of an escalation of some sort, and also there seem to be other people around. So this doesn't seem like this happened in a totally private space. There's at least one more person that was in the space. I'm gonna see here. It looks like it's indoors too, like an, I don't know, apartment or house, but I feel protected from the elements. I don't feel like we're outside. So there's some drama that jumped off and went left. And still, and I'm sorry for your loss, of course.
Definitely sorry.
Shay Sosa 629. Why doesn't my child's father want to be in her life? Because he's selfish. That's all.
Damn, was that a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Because he's selfish.
Shani got her own car.
Maybe his parents weren't in his life.
He's selfish. See this card?
She said he was shot in the back of the head at a dice game in his own hood.
Oh, damn.
So maybe they were between walls, or maybe they were indoors, but there was definitely some protection from the wind. But like I said, it wasn't premeditated. If it's maybe I don't know if it was over the game. There's some arguing happening here. It wasn't. He was in a relaxed mood and somebody shot. There was commotion before the shot.
Dexter's been on point. He's been on point. Like you.
And once again, I'm sorry for that. It's just, when I see these images, it's really like it's why I don't watch First 48. It's kind of like watching First 48 when people ask me about murders and homicide and stuff like that. And I hate First 48. I said that before.
Dexter solved crimes. He done told Mark.
They be like, why can't you get on the IG?
I was on it and it cut off. It says thanks for joining. And did you cut? I thought you dropped it.
No. It keeps saying unable to bring you on. You got something going on over there?
Instagram been acting funny lately. Last several weeks.
Jacqueline says 624. What the meaning when you dream of fish and water? Also, do you see me moving? Fish and water.
You're pregnant. Somebody pregnant.
That's what I always heard. I always heard that it was pregnancy.
Or you just really want salmon.
So Jacqueline is 624. She's dreaming of fish and water. You see anything? Any babies for her? No, I don't know.
I didn't know that's what she meant.
I think that's
what she was just asking the meaning, like to decipher her own.
I thought it was for her.
Yeah, what's the meaning of dreaming of fish?
There is a baby coming through, but it's not through her. It's through some younger female in her family, and I think it's a bit of a shock.
So your ovaries are cool. Don't even worry about it. You're good.
Well, at least for now. Nobody's ovaries are safe in during the season of fertility. No, I'm joking.
But is this the season?
Yeah, men's Jing wakes
right
up
now.
Yeah, you'll notice the best time to have sex if you're trying to get pregnant or impregnate a woman as a male is between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m.
And what months? Like what?
Now
are there
now?
Oh, right now
from February 1st until May 1st. Yeah.
Oh, masturbation is the key right now. Okay. Mark said, Dex, you asked if you could be blunt. Was there more to add? You can be blunt. Like he was like, well, what was your birthday? What was your birthday in your question?
Find it. Mark. I'm sorry. Here we go. August the 3rd.
I don't necessarily
about his marriage.
I don't necessarily know that there's more to add. I think my response was really clear, and I didn't hold back. I think I've met them before, so
yes, you did.
I cared about the information, but I didn't hold anything back.
2 years, so you got time to try to save it. Get on your Kanye campaign right now, Mark.
You're absolutely right. This is not mandatory. This is where this is how you're moving, but it doesn't have to turn into that. It doesn't have to be what I said. So thank you for reminding me to say that.
J. Marie 1121, with dating, will I be able to secure a solid relationship this year or still have to shift through more suitors? Wow, you got suitors. That's not bad, but I mean, be happy you got suitors.
There's an aspect to you that seems to establish for people either that you've lost interest or that you've checked out. So I think your style of communication for some people is confusing. You get to decide whether you want a partnership. If you have a lot of suitors, the universe is clearly hearing that there's a request out there. But what's happening here is that there just seems to be nothing can take root. There seems to be some level of movement for you that indicates that you're not really available. You might say you are, but you don't seem to be fully available consistently.
All right, J. Marie. Is that Judy R?
Judy R.
Judy R. 3-4. Should I give the father of my kids another chance? My feelings for him are gone, but the kids want to move to his house. Ooh, that's
2-parent household.
That's an interesting question. It sounds like two different questions.
And she's a Pisces. Yeah, I see Pisces. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Given the father of your children another chance, are you talking romantically? And then you say your feelings.
That's what I'm assuming.
Gone. But then you said your feelings for him were gone. So what kind of chance are we talking about? Or are you talking about trying to get back together for the sake of the children, which is always
It could be, yeah. He could have did something, and she's giving them another chance back into their life, or back for them being together.
Yeah, but she said,
but the kids want to move with him, so they clearly, There's a lot happening here. There's a lot.
Do you see them getting back together? Do you see? I guess until she responds, what do you see relationship wise with the kid's father? Do you see
this Ten of Pentacles? It looks like there seems to be some. They seem to be moving with him. I don't know if you're coming.
Oh, he said, I don't know if you coming, but they.
I don't know if you're. I don't know if you're part of the deal.
Hey, man, what kind of house you got, Judy? How big is the house, Judy?
Because I see you sending them with bags, like packing them up. I'm seeing them with book bags. You seem to be sending them off, which indicates you're not going where they're going. So they do seem to be moving. They want to go. So you don't have to be a part of the deal. It doesn't sound like you're married, so you don't have to be a package deal if they want to go.
Okay, well, good luck, my fellow Pisces.
Dynamic. This number 8 of Cups too here is there's some bitterness here from this old relationship. You say the feelings are gone. You may not be in love with him, but there's a level of hatred here. You have to cleanse some of that, my friend. I would get a clear quartz or a rose quartz and begin the process of kind of letting bygones be bygones. That will help clear up your vision.
I'm just elite with some of these comments.
Wow.
Ashley confirmed what you said about being an argument that happened.
Oh wait, what did she say? She wrote some details.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Yes, Dex. Okay. They were inside of a tent, and it was an argument that ended up and then a blindsided shooting. Wow.
I saw all the commotion.
Wow.
And Jacqueline with the baby from someone else at the vessel, not her.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice.
Congratulations on the baby.
Yeah, she haven't met us both. Okay, Maya is here with her birthday now. Maya is I guess February 15th. Any advice or messages from spirits? You feeling any presence around Maya?
Sure, let me turn over a couple cards, then I gotta go. The first thing that I see here, hold up, give me a second. This is movement happening for you through May, where you seem to be like cleaning up your life. What's interesting too is you also seem to be wanting greater clarity in your relationship. So there's some people, some friendships that are going to end in the next 2 months, from what I'm seeing here. This release card is showing up over top of you as well. I'm seeing the Sovereign card. What's interesting too is that there's a new movement happening in your life over the next 2 years, but at least this year you might notice that just people seem to be kind of you're falling away, like your availability, etc. There's a number of different relationship breakdowns that are going to be happening on purpose to kind of break you free of some old routines, and also too, you seem to be changing up the stuff, the furniture or decor in your house. There seems to be, so that's a little bit of feng shui, right? You change up your living space, change up your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shawnee was talking about the house size. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the house matters because if it's a big enough house, she can be on one side, he can be on the other side, and the kids are there.
And it was romantically. She did. I was just late with that comment. Yeah. So 2 family houses. Okay. Yeah. So I think. Yeah.
Oh well, if he controlling, girl, now don't move in there. Get now.
Yeah, like I said, the children seem to be moving.
Oh my God! All right, that's got to go because Shawnee over here, she claiming people's future right now. Like Shawnee's flipping mental cards.
That's wisdom. That's wisdom right there. So, thank you guys for having me on. For those of you who don't know me, Love 911 Tarot on Instagram and Facebook every Tuesday night, 8:00, and every Thursday morning here at 8:30. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys.
All right, see you next week.
And starting. Wait a minute. Wait. Starting in March. We're moving. No. We're moving Dex to Fridays. So instead of Thursdays,
May.
I'm sorry, May.
We got time.
Well, y'all marking on your calendar starting in May.
Yeah, starting in May for sure. I'm not going nowhere though. All right, see you guys.
All right, be safe.
See ya.
Eric Hunter Hall. All right, y'all.
Yeah. All right.
We don't have allegedly, so we can wrap up.
We got a story.
Oh, we got a story? All right, then we got to take a quick break.
We got 2 stories actually.
Because I got one of my daughters, she took the booster shot and don't feel good. So she's upstairs right now. Yeah. So
is it mild? It's mild though, right? Nothing serious, right? Hopefully.
No, she said it's mild.
Under the weather.
She said she was dizzy and
lightheaded.
Her arm hurt. That the other twin, she went to school. but Autumn's chilling. So let me go up. I gotta go check on her real quick. So give me a 3-minute break. We'll come back. Sexy Mo will not be doing it. Shawnee will have stories that we cannot actually co-sign. Hey, Judy, you're good. Like, I've never. Is Judy been on here a lot with comments?
I don't remember Judy.
This is my first time seeing Judy.
Judy is a new supporter. Welcome.
Welcome, my Pisces friend. Welcome.
Yeah.
J. Marie Poetry. There are a few t-shirts I've seen that I'm absolutely in love with. Okay.
WokeUpInspired.com. Nice shirts, $15, $20, whatever. They got different ones. Check the website out.
I got my package yesterday.
Soulmates, some nice stuff. WokeUpInspired.com. Valentine's Day, Black History Month, all that good stuff.
Wait. You got a soulmate one, Shawnee?
Yeah, I got them for some people. They not supposed to know.
The jealous Mike, here it comes.
Nah, I was trying to wonder, like.
Yeah, I have some friends that
you're gonna be walking around either soul or mate. Like you gotta.
He was thinking something is for you, and that's why
something is for somebody else. Oh well.
Yeah, that's
I bought a couple of them. So they're for some people.
But it's not for you.
Mike, she's not smashing nobody.
No, but it's not for you to wear.
No, it's not for her.
Because then at a certain point, you're going to be wearing a hoodie that you're just going to be a mate.
Say, if I wore one, I guess it would just say the S-O and M-A, soulmate.
No.
Because I have to have the other side, the U-L.
She doesn't have somebody she's smashing. No.
Yeah, I don't.
Thank you for subscribing.
I bought like 6 of them. So they're presents for some people.
Presents for other people that are soulmates.
Yeah, because I don't need 6 of them.
All right.
I went about 6 for me. That wouldn't make sense.
I just thought of the idea for Lady Q but she's not gonna make this one because Jay's not gonna let her make
She can make whatever. She's a businesswoman.
Thank you, Judy.
Woke up and thank you, Judy. Yeah, she's doing her thing. You know what's yeah, she's a businesswoman. You know, it's work. What do you mean? She do what she do.
Because shouldn't you have 2 hoodies? If you got soul mates and one is soul and one is mate, shouldn't they be side chick? Like, shouldn't they be a side?
Side and then chick.
But who would wear the other side though? The chick is not gonna wear it. The guy, it wouldn't make sense for the guy to wear that. The girl would just have to ride side chick because she's solo. The dude ain't gonna do it.
It don't make no sense for you walking around with a hoodie that says mate.
Yeah, but the soul together, couple. That's
when y'all together, y'all going out together, then it makes sense. So I get it. So like you going, like if you dolo solo, it'd be weird if you walk around with just.
But that's what I'm saying. When you wear this, you have to walk around with the other person that has the other hoodie. Like it has to be
y'all got to plan it. Y'all got to plan it. And she has the t-shirts because I ordered the t-shirts. I didn't order the hoodies since it's warm here in Texas most of the time. Now they can wear it more, but I hope they not watching because now they gonna know what I got them for Valentine's.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Can she make one can she make 2 hoodies that just like dumb bitch? Like can somebody be
one is dumb and the other one is
like cause you could be dumb, but then everybody's like, yo, you really wearing a hoodie dumb until you wear it with the girl that's next to you and you be like, dumb bitch. Like everybody's like, oh, we get it. We get it.
No, I don't think anybody wearing a shirt that says dumb on it, first off.
How about
stupid dummy?
Stupid dummy.
Yeah, those.
Yeah.
How about you got one hoodie that says "Where's my," and the other one, the person next to you says "Money." Where's my money? But daddy, yeah. Who's my daddy? Who's my daddy? Like this could really launch off into something.
My daddy.
Then the other one, I'm that baby's pappy. No. Yeah.
First of all, you said pappy. That means you
are 73
years old.
No, I'm thinking of the movie Life.
Motherfucker said pappy. You are 73 years old.
I'm that baby's pappy.
Yeah. You smell like Ben Gay every day. He said, who is the baby's pappy?
She can make one that says Gold Digger, GOAL.
Really?
Digger.
Oh, Amir said, really? We wearing matching outfits now? That's what we doing?
No, that's what they doing.
Outfits. I'm looking for somebody that I can be matching short set in love with. Yeah.
That's what Shawnee said. Shawnee put the whole thing up. I want to wear. I've never wore matching outfits with any person in my life. Not saying it's a bad thing. I just say I've never been the person. Jay has. I think Jay.
Well, my wife, she had in the back in the day. My wife, she had the I got everything I need, and then her shirt said I am everything. And
I saw that. Yeah,
she had me wear that.
Just some cornballs.
Yeah, I want to fall matching short set in love with somebody.
Can y'all do one that says "put it in
the butt"?
And then another one says, "I'm the butt." Like what? Always, Mike.
Y'all really be wearing matching outfits for real? Like for real? Like
I want to do that. I want to be with somebody that I can wear matching outfits with. Yes.
Y'all going on a field trip or some shit? I don't know about. Like for real,
just going wherever. We happy. We in love. We good.
Hold on, J Black. Y'all go on vacation and y'all wearing matching shit on vacation too.
Don't judge me if I decide to go along with something my wife wants to do. What's the harm in wearing a shirt?
Cornballs. What are y'all?
A shirt?
Cornballs. Oh, you got on Bumble, J. Marie? All right, girl. Good luck with that.
Yo, no, I'm not wearing. I'm not wearing.
If Stacy wanted you to wear a
fuck
shirt,
no. Let me say this. Fuck no.
Why not?
No, we're not. We don't look like a mascot. Like we're not doing this. Like what are we doing?
It's just for whatever. I mean, what if she's like, "Hey, Mike, I got this shirt. You wear this shirt. I'm wearing this shirt, and we're gonna go wherever y'all going."
How about you make this hoodie? One hoodie says "I had," and then the other hoodie says "to." Like I had to, like because I'm not.
I had to put this on. She made me wear this.
Put this shit on, like
she made me wear this. I mean, but what's wrong with that? That's cute. That's fine. Mine. Yeah, I guess that's our way of showing ownership of who we're with.
I don't want ownership, like Kelly J. This is why I said what I said, but I agree. I want to have a matching set.
Matching short set in love. God. Yes.
Look, my twins don't even
have that kind of moment because it looks cute. It looks fun. I just want to do it. Matching
my twins don't even get dressed the same anymore. They're like, Dad, we're not doing these. Okay, all right, y'all.
So what about colors? You'll wear the same. Like if Stacy wanted you to at least wear the same teal blue.
No, I'm an individual. My whole life, I'm not matching. Like we like the Cub Scouts or some shit. Like what? No, what are we doing?
We just,
Didn't you do it for the holidays? And then all y'all had on the red or pajama pants, or y'all wouldn't.
I didn't want to do that. I did that because the kids made me do it.
But you did it. Yeah, but you did it.
It wasn't because I wanted to.
What if we had an event and we all wore the same shirt?
I didn't even wear radio station shirts when the radio station said to wear the shirt. Like,
yes, when you were 18. No,
you did.
At 40, I want to do that.
Jackets. We all had the jackets with the name on them, and we had the Kobe Bryants. Did you ever wear your Kobe Bryants with your name stitched in them?
Never.
Did you ever wear them?
Never.
Well, you put yours up, by the way. They should
be my mom's real good. They're in my mom's garage.
I didn't wear mine either. Yeah. But yeah, you used to wear all that radio station stuff too.
No, you did because you a company man. You did.
We all
did. No, we all did nothing. I still had my throwback jerseys on. He was like, yeah, 100.3 the beat.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get us all media room shirts, and we gonna all wear it.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna wear it because I can't not wear it because I have to wear it.
Yeah, so that's us matching.
Yes, but I don't want to. But I have to wear it because of our job. Like I don't want to wear it in my personal life. Like I don't want to like somebody telling me like, yo, we gonna wear these purple shorts. I don't want to do that. J. Marie, I'm learning it myself.
They're on Bumble. They're on Bumble.
The dating app.
Yeah.
Y'all stay on Bumble. I so want to go on a dating app, y'all. And no disrespect. No, I just want to see who I would pull. Like, I'm so curious.
Are you trying to see who you can get? Oh,
yes, I would love to, but I'm gonna get in trouble because Stacey's gonna know somebody. There's gonna be one of these whores that are out here be like, he's on Bumble, he's on this, and I'm like, I really just want to see what I would pull. Like,
so not necessarily you swiping, as they say, to like somebody. You want to see who tries to holler.
Yes, who tries to hide. I'm like, oh shit, that would be dope.
I mean, you could do that on Bumble because you don't have to respond. Like
you gonna fuck up my life, Shawnee. You gonna fuck
I'm not sure. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna ask for permission.
Like the female. Now the female is the one that has to initiate the conversation. The male just can't start talking to her. But when they come in, when men come in, they'll send them to our little thing so you can see. And like if he hadn't got to your stuff, you can swipe right and be like, oh, okay, this is cool. But then you have to wait for him to swipe right too. But if he swipes right too, the only way a conversation can start is if the female starts talking.
Yeah,
I am, Amir. I am. I think that's cute though. I think the couples that come out dressed alike, I think that is so cute when they come out in they little matching short sets or they matching outfits. They at the concert together. It's cool. They holding hands.
I wouldn't do it
They
at a
having a good
concert. I get
time.
something like the amusement parks when you're walking around and you like the family moment.
What you laughing at?
You fucking cornball.
Concerts. I don't know about a concert.
I'm gonna do
Jay
it.
Black was like, when we go to
take pictures and I'm
when we go to Six Flags, we can all dress up
I'm
like
about Six Flags, some similar shirt. I'm good, but at the New Edition concert, we're not going to the New Edition concert wearing this matching couple stuff.
Why we can't go to the New Edition concert and you know, like
that's weird because Stacey going to a New Edition concert at the end of the month.
Oh, she going to the Philly show?
No, she going to the
Jersey, New York?
No, New York. They going to the New York show. She's like, why couldn't you call Johnny Gill and see if you can get a hook? Because I'm not getting a fucking hookup for Johnny Gill just so y'all can go to a fucking concert. Johnny Gill ain't shit either. You think I'm really gonna send my girl to get tickets from a hookup from Johnny Gill? Johnny Gill will fuck your sister.
No, he won't.
In real life, like Johnny Gill, like we love Johnny, but Johnny, you dirty as fuck.
So you calling
His girl
Johnny?
might be with him.
Oh wait, you're not going with her to
might
the
be
show?
with him for New York.
No, I ain't going to fucking New Edition.
So what you trying to judge me because I'm going with my wife? The way you just said
y'all
that.
gonna wear woke up inspired shirts?
Of course they are. Them motherfuckers gonna be doing the dance steps together. I'm a grown ass man.
You're supposed to have.
You not gonna do the dance? You wouldn't do the dance
Mike,
steps,
so
Mike.
you a party pooper. He agrees.
You just sit there. You wouldn't like.
No, do you know how many fucking? Do you really think I need to see New Edition again doing the same shit they've been doing for the last 15 years?
Yeah, you need to get out the house and live a little and have some fun and sing off key.
I would literally rather go see the Weekends, see somebody who I don't know what they're about to do after the next song. Like I literally know when Poison's coming on. Like I literally know when whatchamacallit, if it is in love, like I get it. Like I'm good.
Why do I feel this way? Well, I'm be at the concert. I'm doing all the dances.
Have some fun.
Everything.
Live life, Mike. You just don't want to live life. Like what the
They just bore me.
Tomorrow ain't promised.
But they bored. Why would I waste my time being bored?
You know all the songs. Have some fun. Say you know.
Yeah, but
all
I'm
Jodeci,
bored.
You ain't gonna be doing nothing but laying on the couch with that hoodie on your head watching TV. So go do something.
No, I'm gonna be in Baltimore doing a comedy show.
And when you
I'm
finish
gonna
that,
perform.
you're gonna go to your hotel and lay on the couch with that hoodie on and watch TV.
I've seen
and
New
talk
Edition.
to the dead people that keep walking up to you.
Yes, and the dead people are gonna be like, New Edition, you know, they do the same, they were doing the same shit when we were alive. They're like, when we were alive, they was doing the same, yep. They're about to do Mr. Telephone Man right now. Here they go.
Here go Bobby. Bobby coming out.
Here go fat ass Bobby. Bobby about to say the day again. There you go.
Yes. Yeah, we gotta rehearse again, Kelly. Yeah, we gonna be ready for the show.
They're like, when I was alive, they sang Jealous Girl when I was alive. Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yes. Matching short set.
No, that's not happening. But
I guess Mike ain't taking his break.
No, I'm not. We already ran over it.
Yeah.
So might as well do some. You got to.
Yeah, Jay's going to the Philly concert. I don't know why they didn't go to the Philly concert. They were like they couldn't get tickets for the Philly concert or some shit. Even I don't know. Where's the Philly concert at?
Wells Fargo Center, right where the Sixers play.
And I know it's not sold out.
I think at a certain point you want the seats that you want. For some people, ain't nobody trying to have binoculars and going to a show. So it might be the seat selection that may be left. I don't know.
Call Stacey right now. Hold up. I feel like fucking with her.
Because I already call her live and ask her if she gonna dance and she want Johnny to get her in and go backstage.
I will beat the shit out of Johnny Gill.
That's our homie now at this point. He's been on the show a couple of times. You
gonna beat him up?
We all homies that got something to do with my girl. I don't give a fuck about Johnny Gill. It's got to do with my girl. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all wish I was a groupie ass.
Johnny be like, yo, I got her. Don't worry about it, Mike.
I will fucking stab you in your fucking Adam's apple. You will never sing again, motherfucker. How about that?
Oh my god.
I'm that. Y'all keep thinking I'm pussy. Y'all keep thinking I'm pussy.
Well,
bring my girl involved in it.
You confident now?
Why ain't y'all get tickets for the New Edition concert in Philly? Because Jay Black and his wife got tickets.
Because they were too high and Claudia couldn't come the day that it was. She had to work the next day.
And y'all going to New York what day?
The 26th.
They going to 26, y'all. Y'all heard her?
Yeah. The 26th. A couple days after. Cool.
All right, the 26th. All right.
And she gonna be doing the steps.
And they said you're gonna be doing the steps.
I'm gonna be definitely doing the steps. I need Lady Q. Is she making t-shirts
See?
that say Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike?
Yeah, that would be dope.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yes, and Mike needs to wear one with you.
I wish I would wear one of them bullshit New Edition shirts. Fuck New Edition. I wish I would be making. I am Mike. How about I'm Mike? I'm Mike. Who?
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
Who the fuck is like? I'm gonna wear Bobby, Ronnie, Ricky, and Mike, and I'm fucking Mike. Like, are you kidding me right now? What? All right, bye. Y'all groupie ass old motherfuckers.
So Lady Q, you can make yourself a shirt.
Yeah, make it Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
How about make me a Mike shirt? I'll wear that Mike shirt all
make
day
me
long.
A Mike shirt.
Yep.
New edition is coming. Yeah, Lady Q, make those. We'll get those for the Dallas show and wear because they're here in March. I think the end of March, something like that.
They're in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna fly back to go to the show? Call Johnny. You. Oh. You just anti-fun.
I'm a grown ass mother. I'm bad.
You're not gonna keep judging me because I'm looking forward to seeing New Edition.
Oh, you a groupie? You're a
fanboy. That was my era. The 90s was my era. That's when music for me was music, and
you've been a fanboy since them dudes since the 90s, dog.
Nope. Biggie is R&B and hip hop like that 90s, man. That was me, and I'm enjoy the show. Now I don't know about the Charlie Wilson. I don't want to be disrespectful, but the Jodeci and No Edition, that was me.
Just as ridiculous.
The late 80s and then the 90s, because I think Jodeci was 88, 89, something like that.
Was it that long ago?
I think Jodeci was late, or it might have been 90. I don't know, but I know that window of the early 90s.
They were late 80s to the 90s. They were late 80s into the mid 90s. But Jay Black will go so hard. He's such a fanboy. He will wear a shirt that says "Candy Girl."
No, I'm not wearing no Ronnie. I'm not wearing no dudes. First off, I'm not wearing no the Ronnie Bobby. That's not me. I'm not doing the No Edition shirt.
Wearing a shirt that says "Jealous Girl."
So you take it too far. As a dude, I am not doing that.
No, you wear matching outfits, and there's no limit to what you go. All right. And my mama says, like, yo, I'll wear some matching short sets, but
I didn't say I wear matching short sets. What I said was the soul and the mate. I think that was cool. I have everything I need. That was a cool shirt because it was just a set. I have everything I need.
Motherfucker Jay Black went on vacation and went and made reservations at the Heartbreak Hotel. Like you. I'm not playing with y'all. He's gonna wear a shirt saying "I'm the real Mike." Yes, give me a shirt that says "I'm the real Mike." Now, I will say this: Bobby, Ronnie, Ricky, and Mike, Lady Q, Stacey just gave you the greatest idea ever. If you can make them shirts and you take that shit to a New Edition concert.
Oh, ain't that scalping? I don't think you're legally.
You can do that. You just got to know how to do it. Have them shirts in your hand. Walk up and
it ain't scalping.
$10. I got these shirts. $10.
It has to be illegal selling shirts out there.
Listen, I'm just telling you. That's all you got to do.
Them young Philly motherfuckers just be out there walking around with shirts.
You do it all. People do it all the time, but I don't think she ain't built for that. Taking a chance getting locked up.
No, but she's not.
You ain't gonna get locked up.
You're the one who's gonna have to take a chance. What do you mean she gonna take the chance? No, you're gonna take the chance.
You remember Josie having with them Summer Jam tickets? Oh God, that was no. I'm good though. Them days I ain't doing all that.
Oh yeah, we need a shirt from the Apollo for Mike Sean.
No, Apollo.
Yeah. And get the shirt and get the shirt and make Jay Black wear it.
Yeah, everybody gonna wear it, Jay.
What shirt?
Michael Sean. It says Michael Sean.
I'm gonna Lady Q today. What you say, Mike?
Did it say Michael Sean? See?
It's gonna say Michael Sean.
It's gonna say Michael Sean. We should do that. And yeah, everybody
get as big as Kevin Hart. We are not ever having me.
You see the hate? You see the hate?
Like even the people that can't come to the show just buy a shirt, and we make it Michael Sean Day.
Just Michael Sean? Yeah, damn mind.
We make it. Oh, you a hater.
You wear Bobby Brown shirt.
You wear Bobby Brown shirt. I did not have nobody, and I am not. I would not. I am not wearing no Bobby Brown shirt.
You wear a New Edition shirt. You wear a New Edition shirt.
We gonna wear a Michael Sean shirt. I'm gonna tell Lady Q to make them and put them up there. Michael Sean, and on the what is it? May 13th, May 14th. That's
I'm not
Michael
doing
Sean Day, and everybody is going to wear the Michael Sean shirt, and we're going to all flood Instagram and social media with the Michael Sean shirt picture. Everybody's gonna do it, okay?
No, you have worn a New Edition
boundary.
shirt.
I have never.
Yes, you have. I know for a fact you have.
You know what I had once as a kid? I had Run DMC I had the Run DMC sweater for Christmas one year. I remember that as a kid, rocking the Run DMC with the hat, with the snow, with the whatever.
You just said you would rock matching outfits.
I said I wear the shirt that said I am everything, and then her shirt said I have everything I need or something. And her said I am everything. That it's matching, but it's really not matching because if I'm by myself, it says I have everything I need.
Can't you put a Michael Sean shirt on?
He gonna wear the Michael Sean shirt. We gonna all have the Michael Sean shirt on.
Michael Sean.
Michael Sean.
You out your mind.
It should say Michael Sean, motherfucker. That's what it ought to say.
I wish I would wear that.
How about you just put a shirt on that says Mikey?
It is illegal because I know someone that got locked up for selling shirts at a concert. See, without a license.
She not selling nothing. She just
you had me doing it. Well, I got
Jay Black is selling them. First of all, everybody that's selling them shirts before you get into the actual venue on the streets on Broad Street and everything, they ain't got no goddamn license.
But they still taking a chance in the undercover right there. I mean, you taking a chance for what?
Shirts and hats from street people outside the venue, cheaper.
Yeah, that's where I get my shirts from, the street people. Because
Kathy, go make sure you get
$100.
Make sure you get that Mikey Sean shirt and give it.
Michael Sean.
Hey, when is Mike at the Apollo? Look, my cousin.
May
when the fuck are you at the Apollo?
13th.
May 13th. I'm at the Apollo.
It's a Friday. It's a Friday. I know that.
It's a Friday.
Yeah, May 13th.
Yep. Flooding New York streets. All right, y'all.
With Michael Sean shirts.
With Michael Sean.
Mikey Sean.
J-Black's a fucking
Mikey
hater.
Sean.
He's a fucking Michael Sean Day at the Apollo.
You're not wearing a shirt that just says J Black on it and walking around.
Because you're not
you
the
ain't
Apollo.
carrying us nowhere.
Yeah, you're not the Apollo.
Michael Sean is carrying us somewhere, so we can wear these damn shirts. Anime. Eat
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Let nobody wear the shirt with the assistant coach's name on it, motherfucker.
I don't give a damn. It ain't happening.
You on the team?
That is straight hate. That is hate.
That means uniform that we
hold on. That means when we get this late night talk show, because I got a meeting and we're gonna have a late night talk show. Like I have a meeting today. I'm going to the studio. There's gonna be a late night talk show.
I will support it to the fullest.
Shawnee is gonna be on a late night talk show mode. And if we got late night with Michael Sean, you gonna tell me you're not gonna wear the late night with Michael Sean?
Now you saying it's as a show. You just said Michael Sean. Like I'm supposed to walk around all free.
Still gonna say late night. The late night's gonna be little. The Michael Seon's gonna be damn near.
If it's like you sound like the late night with Jimmy. Like
damn, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. All right, yeah, I gotta go.
My
probation officer called me. All right. Let me for who I am. I gotta answer this. Talk to y'all later.
That PO call. He on them papers. That's what he worried about. Wearing a shirt that says I'm on papers. That's what you wear. You want to be transparent.
You a hater, Jay. We gonna wear we gonna get the Michael Sean shirts.
Just wearing no Michael
May 13th, New York, Harlem, New York. Michael Sean is live at the Apollo. Everybody's coming in from all across the country, all across the world. You definitely want to be here. This is gonna be the best Apollo that they have ever had.
And he's hosting. So he's doing a whole show. He's hosting from the very beginning to the end. He's hosting the whole event. So you get to see him all night.
Yeah, so go to Apollo. I got to look up the website, but go there and buy your tickets, purchase your tickets. We're going to be in the house. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg in the news for two reasons.
Go ahead.
Okay. Supposedly he bought Death Row Records, and supposedly he sexually assaulted this woman. Made her participate in oral sex.
I read that. I guess we're gonna get into it tomorrow. I read that the claims of what the lawyer is saying from the time of going to the show to the time of the first assault to the second assault, like
with Magic, what's his name? Don Juan.
Don Juan.
And Snoop Dogg allegedly have
So far-fetched.
Raped and assaulted a female and made her perform oral sex and make her take pictures. And then the thing that we didn't get into today,
you gotta read that.
The baby and Danny Lee's brother fighting at the bowling alley.
Oh, he finally caught up to him. He said on site, Danny Lee. Didn't the brother say, "When I see you is a problem" or something like that?
Well, they were in the bowling alley fighting in the lane, sliding all across the floor.
So
but we'll talk about that tomorrow.
The baby, Snoop Dogg, and Jim Jones needed our help. He was in Gucci. We never hit on that. So Jim Jones needed our help.
Jimmy needs some more help.
So tomorrow we hit on all three of those.
And we got to get your Black History fact because we ain't had it in a couple days now.
Yeah. We definitely do that. I got several of those. And the Color Purple cast was announced. All right. Yeah. So we'll hit on several of these things tomorrow.
All right. Well, it's a good show today.
Yes.
So,
it was good.
I can't never remember the closing. Love me for who I am.
It don't even matter.
Never sacrifice your happiness.
And where
Michael for everything. You fight for your happiness. You fight for the big piece of chicken.
Yes.
Yes. Wear matching short sets with the person that you love.
Yes.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends with Michael Sean, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, and Shawnee Scott. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby